Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. The most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes.
Sympathy and trust abounding. No more false adulterations. Golden living dreams of vision.
Mystic crystal revelation.
And the mind's true liberation. Aquarium.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station.
Smart, you don't know when I'm listening to the radio. You know, tuning onto the internet, got to keep my radio locked. On my internet lock, whether it's on the telephone, whether it's on the iPhone, the berries of strawberries, whatever it is, keep it locked to the body station on the internet. Fresh Radio Vibes, see? Keep it
Out up, this is King Alibaba, I represent for the International Morning Ride Show, you know, told you. Out up, this is King Alibaba, straight out of Make Money Record, I represent for what you don't know, the International Morning Ride Show. Every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with all the Vibe Master man like ooh.
Hey, yo, DJ, pull that up again. Pull it.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes.
Morena buluka si chabasa Yesu Ufedise dintwali matwenye Usibuluki Yesu sitrabasa South Africa South Africa Ediblofanotseyem Editiptefanonsie Woronsie vethetepet Vandiklase another Sounds like call to come together And united we shall stand Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where where we go from there. The choice I leave to you.
To use our minds. Meant to use their minds. You do not know to what extent it can go. Liberate the minds of men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. You love the white race, not for social fellowship, but for the common brotherhood of God intended we should live. What satisfaction can anyone get in being happy and see his brother wallowing in filth, dirt, and disease? How can you be happy living in luxury and your brother's living in disease? And then when you try to help the one out of the disease, the subtle culprit talks about disloyalty. And princes shall come out of Egypt. The classes, nations, races have been quite for over 4 centuries. Who was merely born of youth, insult, humiliation, whose forbearance can only be compared to the prophet Job, has likewise lifted his bowed head and raised it up to God's sight and cried out, I am a man, and demand a man's chance and a man's treatment in this world. But I shall teach the black man, I shall teach the black man to see beauty in his own kind and stop bleaching his skin and otherwise looking like what he's not. Of slavery, race mixture, miscegenation had occurred because the African woman had no protection from the slave master. Therefore, there is no need today for black people to themselves freely continue a practice that smacks so much of slavery. Our president said the race race problem will be solved through higher education, through better education, that black and white will come together. That day will never happen until Africa is redeemed. Because if those who like W.E.B. Du Bois believe that the race problem will be solved in America through higher education, they will walk between now and eternity and never see the problem solved.
Morocco to Madagascar, but the only
They will set you up. Don't let them set you up. No. They will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin. We see them all opposing and show off. We not the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it up again.
Yes. They will set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, they will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin. We see them all opposing and show off. We know the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, I don't wanna be set up. Don't let them set you up. Set you up, yeah. Every man had the same chance. Every man had the same dance. Everybody in a romance, like the world in a lost trance. Yes, they got the system fighting against the things to make us all. Yes, the live.
Hey, I'm a DJ. Pull that up again. Pull it. Pull it.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
They will set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, they will set you up. Hey, what is man that Jah is mindful of him? When every day the world is mingled up in sin. We see them all opposing and show off. We know the race of life. Later when I go laugh, don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, I don't wanna be set up. Don't let them set you up. Set you up, yeah. Every man had the same chance. Every man had the same dance. Everybody in a romance, like the world in a lost trance. Yes, they got the system fighting against the things to make us all. Yes, to live as one. But they've got a master plan. Don't let them set you up. Don't make them set you up. No, no. Babylon can't set me up. Don't let them set you up. No, no. People are gonna talk, people are gonna laugh. Again, people are gonna pass some dirty remarks. Oh, my friend, them say no watch the dog way you back. Oh no, got some of them soul it last. Whoa. Don't let them set you up. No, no. Babylon can't set we up. No, no. Don't let them set we up. No, no. Marcus Garvey still living. We're living out of Babylon. Oh, yes. And they can't stop no time. The progress of this nation. No, no. So don't let them set you up. Don't let them set you up. No, no. Don't let them set you up. No, no. Don't let them set you up. No, no. Rascalites in the place, standing up. Yeah, to you, man, race. Rascalites in the house. Oh, we born dirty Babylon. let them set you up.
I tell the press and the media the maroon
Babylon can't set us up.
Big up the police, because the police say, Emperor, we not listen to what she say now. You understand? So, people, but you don't know, say, we don't want to make a spectacle of the thing. So, what me I do now, we're going to come and say, it's good. So, big up the police, because they do them job and great job. You understand? And big up the people in the Trench Town, aka Maroon Town. But people, but I don't know, I see the father already, I see the mother already, and I see the grandmother already. So, and we come, we don't really need to take the picture with the grandson. But Bob's Grange, I never expect this of you. You understand? Bob's Grange, you will put all bodyguard around the people and the man up here say 7 and we know, and Bob's Grange, you know. So people, pick up Alabama now, at least him come and say LA, we're busy with it. So people, please, go up and say culture. Yeah man. Yeah man. Several, me there. Yeah. Yeah. So, Mama. Yeah, Stable. Rich boss. Yes. All right. Yeah. Big boss. Yeah. You all right? Yeah. All right, enough of that. Yeah. Lorian. How do you beg? 1 JR, 2 JR, out there. What got Mama? Yeah. Safe. Yeah, people, so I just said this, so we're there. We got big boss. Where are you going? I'm going over there, sir. Go over there. Go beyond the bar. I don't do that. That's called assault. If they can talk to me. No, what's I'm the married emperor. Go beyond the bar. Beyond the bar. If I was over there where the prince is, when you go beyond the barrier now? I'm not supposed to be on the road. Go beyond the barrier. I carry the right this officer and this is the yard of my yard. I'm in Lewis. Right up here, sir. So I saw all of the squad in the want your car. All right.
Wow. Yes. Humongous applaud. Great things. My body right now, my body is shivering, people. My body is shivering right now. My body is shivering. Big up to all the massive them. Big up to all the authentic maroons this morning. People who have embraced the reality of what is hand right now. Yes, we have said over and over again that this movement that we're doing is not a fairy tale. I repeat, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. For those who are still in La La Land, yes, you heard me. For those who are still in La La Land, wake up, it's a new day. Let me just say big up to all the massive who are tuning in right now. That's the Emperor. The people is awakened. Only sovereignty can meet sovereignty. Only sovereignty can meet sovereignty. This is the only sovereign movement that is global right now. No other movement is global as this one. The Emperor, L.A. Lewis, at his best, taking on the government. What was hidden from the wise and the prudent shall reveal unto the babe and the suckling. Let us take time right now to say a grand rising to the International Morning Ride Show. The international show right now that is blazing on Facebook. All courtesy of Nyamin's Restaurant. If you don't catch us on Facebook, we're live on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, the International Morning Show. Sponsored by Fresh Radio Vibes. And if that doesn't get your appetite wet, come on over to Twitch, where we're switching it up.
It is a grand morning. We talk about this. DJ, my God, the tempo inside the studio is over the hazel. It's over the hazel. That is the emperor meeting with his people in Trenchtown. Now, my God.
Yes. Steve, Richie. Steve, Luna. Oh. Yeah, man. Mama, if it's there, you know. We're going to yell to go on that. No.
No weapon that form against our people shall prosper. No weapon that form against our people shall prosper. We just want DJ stop the freaking rhythm, because this morning is not going to be like any other morning. We have in the green room, we have some of our finest analysts and contributor right here on Fresh Radio Vibes. Today, we're going to show you why it is so important for the sovereign grandchildren of the monarchy of the British Empire sees fit to go to Trenchtown, the home of the Ashanti warriors, because the Ashanti warriors is the one that enforced the 1738 treaty. We're going to talk a lot of things this morning. We also have in the green room Congo Jesse, who is going to be on the line this morning. He is also observing what the treatment of Bobsy Olivia Grange has done. Very disrespectful. The Corporation of Jamaica has overstepped their boundary. They are not sovereignty. They are sworn to the crown, the queen, and the heir to her throne. They're nothing but servant. So while the sovereign Nyanka Pong government made their entrance, DJ, stop the rhythm. We're going to let you know that the main reason why the royals are in Jamaica, the Corporation of Jamaica, is because we have it on tape where His Excellency L.A. Lewis delivered a letter to the Governor General of the Corporation of Jamaica requesting a meeting with the royals, because only sovereign can speak to sovereign. We do not talk to the corporations in no aspect that is working under the crown. Understand this, and understand this well when I say this. Every corporation that is registered is working under the crown. No sovereign entity can have a reasoning of liberty of any sort of bargaining, or not even bargaining for a word, but no one can sit at a table with a lesser of themselves. The sovereignty of our people is not something that we're here to bargain with the Corporation of St. Vincent, of Jamaica, of Trinidad, of Antigua, of the Cayman Islands, of the British Virgin Islands, of the U.S. We are not going to talk to none of these puppy show politicians about our sovereignty. The grandchildren of the British Crown is inside the land called Jamaica because we requested, because the Corporation of Jamaica run by Andrew Holness is threatening a civil uprising against the sovereignty of our people, and this cannot be allowed. So we requested a sovereign meeting with sovereign entity. They're on the ground right now, and we're going to get this across that later on today, we are going to have a meeting with these grandchildren of the oppressors who have initiated a blood treaty. You heard us right, a blood treaty between our ancestors of an understanding that we are the true indigenous people who has the birthright over the corporation, because we are not citizens of the corporation, neither or whatsoever you want to pronounce it. We are not subject of or citizens of any one of the corporations, because we did not, our parents did not sign a birth paper with the intention that we become live entity on the stock market. Slavery, they said, has been abolished. The abolishment of slavery in all dimension must be attained. It is the year of the enlightened, the year of Aquarius. Our people are well knowledgeable as to this buffoonery that is unfolding. Our politicians want us to go out with flowers and pledge this generation to serve these grandchildren of the oppressors. This cannot be tolerated. It is total buffoonery. Any person with a normal mind thinking after going through all of the pandemic and all of this foolishness must realize that they're resetting this agenda. Let's get it going. We are going to tear them down today.
Maroon government, maroon government, maroon government, nothing else that makes sense. L.A. Lewis are the maroon government, a gardeners. Now take them vaccine, they pop off from and let's send them lane. Nanny and Kocha done fight to be free. Paul Bogus some shop, that away. We just not take them vaccine. They pop off from
Shelley and President from Waterhouse and the one star when they from Church of Bob's Great said, if you come out of the place, they are maroon.
Get the maroon ID.
She knows a maroon town is there. I can't really think Bob's Great. I never know.
How are you doing? My name is Deborah Elwood. I am with the Jamaica Police. I'd like to ask you turned up for what reason, Mr. Lewis?
Well, the first thing, we turned up to come see what is going on at my home because I was born and bred and grew here in a shanty town, otherwise known as Trench Town. But I was rudely disrespected by Olivia Banzi-Grange because when the British and the European press and media, as well as IRFM and the other press and media came to see me, Banzi-Grange literally come out and tell them say, not to interview L.A. Lewis and for put me out of the place because I'm a maroon. Now, this is my yard where I born and grew up. And if you go over there, you see people from Waterhouse, you see Shelley and President from all over. So why Banzi-Grange now wants to embarrass the maroon emperor? You understand? Remember, I represent Trench Town. We represent Trench Town, right? So I have to show respect, and I came from over there. Then to send the police inspector for
7.
They for put me out of my yard. But I grow because I'm a maroon. Now what maroon have to do with it? A lot of people over there, it's a public event, right, my people? Yes. So why you want to put out the maroon emperor? You understand? So Banzi-Grange, I lose off here. Even when Ali Matna will tell us to allow him. She was sent to the Honorable George family. Yeah, we have to see the royal family because remember, I was the one who met his father. I was the one who met his mother. You understand? And I met with all the Queen Elizabeth right on this ground. Sit here, go on my phone and go for the picture there.
You're hearing the sentiments shared right there by His Excellency Emperor L.A. Lewis, one of the hardest frontline individual for the Nyankopong. He is the face of Nyankopong. When everyone, I don't see Richard Curry, I don't see no one in the front line right now taking the fight to the oppressors. These are the true meeting that we need to have. We don't need to have any sort of dialogue with any government official that work for the crown. I say that without apology. Our sovereign rights that is given to us by the Almighty Yahweh is not something that we have accountability to a corporation, an organization of people who consider themselves more worthy to life than we do. That sort of buffoonery is taught in classroom, not on Fresh Radio Vibes. As I said, the phone line is going to be up and live right now. What was hidden from the wise and the prudent shall reveal unto the babe and the suckling. We say that the meeting that we asked the Governor General, we asked a meeting with the Governor General so we could get this sovereign situation sorted out. The other day when the Prime Minister of the Corporation of Jamaica lashed out and said that there is no other sovereign recognized than the sovereign that is there in the Corporation of Jamaica. There is no territorial ground for the Corporation of Jamaica. The kidnapping of our people through birthright has to stop. Our parents did not intend for us to become a commodity, something on the stock market that is running financial gain for the super elite. We are through with these buffoonery. and we're asking the corporation, we're telling the corporation that this reset button that the UK, hold on my people, hold on, because a lot of people are not knowledgeable to what's going on. There's a reset button, and you must remember when you have Nicolas Sarkozy and David Cameron that met in the room over there in the European countries, and they had a conversation as to why the UK will not pay taxes on the 52 Commonwealth country. That's what they call their cash cow, Commonwealth. It is a Commonwealth for the Europeans to come over and rape our people financially. They have been doing it for centuries, and this sort of buffoonery has to stop. Now, when Nicolas Sarkozy said that he wanted, Nicolas Sarkozy said that he wanted the UK to include the Commonwealth, the 52 Commonwealth countries within paying tax to the euro, to euro nations, the UK walked away and said this will not happen because they consider the capturing of our people to be something of a glorious event, and they refuse to unleash the nasty colonization power that they hold on our people. Now, this led to the breakup of the UK from Euro, and it has gone to the Brit exit. Now, the only cash cow, people, the only cash cow that these vampires are going to ever get their hands on is when they reinstate the rulership through this mockery that they're taking place with the grandchildren. Can you imagine the audacity of these barbarians? Their people have committed such atrocity on a nation of us as the Maroon Nation, and they have the gall to come around and believe that our people are still blindfolded. This sort of rubbish that is portrayed by the likes of Bobsy Grange in what she did yesterday show the belittlement and growth of our people for the last 40 years. That His Excellency the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey has left the blueprint. When these gatekeepers, as far as Bobsy Grange and her elitist gatekeepers who are blocking gates, the gate to progress for our people, stand up, we should shame them and let them know that they're nothing more than servant. This morning the phone line is going to be blazing hot. Let us remind the people why we're here. We are not landowners, we're land keepers. Wake up! As long as you have the documents of the corporation, you are a citizen. A citizen is nothing more than a common slave. Wake up! Come on, a Rasta man, and Rasta no live and no capture land. Gotta big up all the massive because we're streaming live right now. Bun Dirty Vatican. America a capital, the whole of Jamaica a capital. A long time them want drink the Rasta man. Like them no know say that man a real African. You think me no member King Ferdinand and Chief in Columbus have a golden plan. They make a brown turn and end up in Caribbean. Yes. One Ras, then a side till no Indian. Turn paradise in a plantation. And bring cross one ship load African. Now here comes the thief in Queen from Then if the queen a thief or grandpit them a what? Accessory to robbery. If the queen is a thief, that means that the grandpit them is accessory to robbery. Them a walk around with stolen properties, stolen goods. What them take Rasta? What them? Hold on there. Make a fling a next rock stone in a dirty Vatican. And Rasta no live for no. Oh, you mean? Make us say we can go over to the WhatsApp group first, alright? If you don't see me link up on the WhatsApp group, you know say, here we go on. Yes.
Jamaica a capture land. A long time them want drink the Rasta man. Like them no know say that man a real African. You think me no member King Ferdinand and thief in Columbus have a golden plan. Them make a wrong turn and end up in Caribbean. One Ras then a side kill nothing.
We're gonna go to the phone line in the next 6 minutes. Big up to Michelle. This is not a drill. This is not a drill.
Now here comes the thief in Queen from England.
Yes.
Now see Cromwell
Henry Morgan.
Century on top of century full of separation. And after 400 years, me send no reparation. I know them want to kill me with the taxation. But I beg you, please take me to the motherland.
And they say carry me go home. And let me go to
East.
come on, a Rasta man.
Rasta no live on no capture land. Coulda never
Again.
carry me go home. I said we settle and steal. Come on, a Rasta man. A Rasta no live on no capture land. Watch them pan it up at the hill. And looking at them play to we
properly fill.
because downtown.
What is the main reason why the Royals see it fit to go to Ashanti Town? Why? Why do you believe? Why do you believe? Come on, people. Come on. Let's get the phone line up. Let's get the phone line up right now. Wally for things are one. Yes, a Rasta no live pan no capture. Yeah, the massive them are checking right now. Check in. If you have your indigenous, the royal, them nigga Jamaica now, we're gonna meet with them tonight. Tonight the maroon, only sovereign can talk to sovereign. I want to them. Capture land. That a capture. I don't understand the audacity of Bobsy Grange working under the Corporation of Jamaica. What sort of audacity does Bobsy Grange have to assault the sovereign? We're at the police station because we're going to report the subject to the corporation. Yes, the lines is open right now. Yes, sir. That a capture. And as I said a while ago, a lot of people are seeing this gathering as an occasion. Remember that we went to Gordon House and we issued to the Governor General invitation to have the royals come and talk on behalf of the indigenous people of the Nyankipong. Now, we refuse to have any meeting with the Corporation of Jamaica because we did not have a treaty with these traitors. These traitors who work underneath the crown cannot entertain any meeting for sovereign because they're not sovereign, as what you saw Bobsy Grange did yesterday. Very disrespectful. And we're letting the sovereigns that are in the island right now on behalf of their grandmother, who has her knowledge of our 1738 treaty, that tonight's meeting that we're requesting is not something that to be taken lightly because the Corporation of Jamaica does not want a civil unrest on its hand. And as we demonstrated yesterday, we are not going anywhere. Let us get this panel open. I think the lines are blazing. Grand rising to each and every one. Let me see what's popping. Yeah, we have everything. Grand Rising to His Excellency Daniel Z. Bosra. And he's smack dab right there in the Nyankipong capital. We also have Michelle from Florida. Mark, of course, very, very astute to this fire. And I want to say big up to Strong Lion, the Bahamian lion of the Corporation of Bahamas inside the house. Grand Rising to each and every one.
Bless up.
Aye, Queen, you want to say anything before I make the lions them roar? Because you know you came on first. Grand Rising, Michelle, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great this morning. I'm ready for it this morning.
Oh, you're ready and you don't have no documents. I don't want to get too far into it, but let me have His Excellency Daniel Z. Bosra clear the air before we go any further. Now, Daniel, Grand Rising.
Rastafari.
Talk to me about today now. What is the feel today and the unfolding as to what's taking place at your footstep? You have brought the power of the monarchy home through our ancestral birthright. And we know the science that is working. People won't understand this spiritual power that we're pushing. but we are at the doorstep with our sovereignty to speak with the so-called sovereignty of the British Empire. Give me your take on that this morning.
Personally, I think it's irrelevant because we're in no need of anything to be groveling. I mean, exercise it and live it forcefully. You have a globalized world where everybody knows what everybody is doing at the same time. And also, I don't think we need all of this energy around them, their presence, personally.
But when you say from a diplomatic standpoint, the invitation that was presented to the Governor General, because it is a fact that you put forth a couple of times that only sovereignty can deal with sovereignty. The Corporation of Jamaica work underneath the crown, and we have to fully accept that. So we cannot entertain a conversation of our sovereignty with the Corporation of Jamaica. This is a perfect...
You're not supposed to... You still understand why you're having a conversation of your sovereignty. Your sovereignty, just exercise it and live it.
Yeah, but
this is what we as a collective are yet to understand. We still need to stop deferring to the caucus side for validation.
Like for permission. Asking for permission.
Yeah, but we're not asking. This is what is unfolding in Jamaica. Andrew Holness smelled the rat. That's why he came out and blasted the other day that there's only one sovereignty. We know that's a bag of hogwash. It is at our betterment for the 1730 a treaty not only to be recognized and become a living entity, as what His Excellency has said, but we also need our people to come to the full understanding what unfolded yesterday with Babsy Grange picking out L.A. Lewis out of the crowd is because there's a natural born threat to the Corporation of Jamaica, and the heir to the thrones, they know this, and if this two things gel, it will change the whole game. Our people is the one is our people is the one we're trying to inspire to find themselves.
Yeah, but then there's nothing at that function that was liberating for our people that we didn't even need to be there.
Exactly. So why are you there?
Listen to me. The ground that these two... Hold on. This is what I'm saying. The ground that these people went to is called Ashanti-town, is it? Is it?
What you said?
The place that they visited yesterday, what was the name of that? Trenchtown or Ashanti-town in Asia?
Trenchtown.
All right. What was the real gesture behind it? Can anyone tell me this morning?
But you see, you're going to be audacious to ask me what exactly is going through the minds of these bumper fucks, and I think that is wrong.
I am not asking you. This is a protocol where the grandmother came here, the mother came here. All royals have made it their bound duty to go to this burial ground. Does anybody know this morning why they went there?
The significance of Bob Marley.
That's utter rubbish.
Well, they've
been going there long before Bob Marley.
Yeah, but it's a Bob Marley thing. These people are not that deep, bro.
They're trying to. My lord. Let me say this.
Too much credit.
All right, carry on, Mark. Welcome to the conversation. Sorry about that. Carry on.
No, I said you give them too much credit. They're not that deep as thinkers as you think.
Okay.
Them got it because everybody knows Bob Marley came from Trenchtown. They know they're on a sightseeing tour, bro.
My lord. Sure, me 8 time I bridge them shallow on this thing here, see, and them guys here no shallow, you know. Them guys here have a plan, you know. And we sit down and a
plan. Wait now. If you presented us with some clarity, present us with the clarity.
Yes, sir.
Why pray tell would they? What was the significance of them going down to Bob Marley, down to Trenchtown?
I believe.
What does it mean to them?
I know through reading that Ashanti-town is not only a place that they revere, they are very knowledgeable.
There's no place called Ashanti-town. It has nothing to do. Ashanti-town was a little set of boat shops. Shanty, S-H, no S-H-A-N-T-Y. We have to start making
Excellency. You know me not like it. You know me not like, and that's why me I said to you this morning. You know that's why even the stone, if we use even a piece of shit, forget our freedom. Me not gonna use it. And you see some of us, who refuse at this crucial time to stand in the alignment and get a backbone will love sit down upon this thing here. A serious time we in people, and a joke time this
You hear the platitude.
Yes.
Me still I say, what do it mean to them? Just go straight to the point. When them go to my Trenchtown, what do they do?
They are in Trenchtown as a symbolic gesture of the victory that our people had over their ancestors. Hey, when you
why? Why? How does Trenchtown come to that? Trenchtown are the most deplorable place in the whole blood clot. Why?
Trenchtown was not about them telling the bread.
So hold on. Seeing that is such a great, because me no like anytime I talk and I try to put me in a box. You are telling me that they left all the way from the UK to go to see where Bob Marley born. But I mean, Bob Marley started some music thing, and that you not tell me.
No, it is a cultural. Listen, if you recognize, they were brought there by the Minister of Culture. It is a cultural, iconic, geographical point of reference.
So it is a cultural. Hold on. We say that up at the fig tree, up at the tree, up at Kongpong town, in the real historical value, which the monarchy is a historical thing. We not see it right to carry them, which part the core of our struggle and our people have something tangible. We want to show them reggae music. Hold on. We want to show them where them people Chris Blackwell invested and make a demigod for we. And that's what I say.
No, we're not. You said, why did they go? We can't listen. Listen, what I understand.
Yes, sir.
The places they went to were arranged by the government. The government, they're coming and the government says the government is taking them to the places. They didn't have a list that said we want to see here, we want to see here.
Who tell you that? Who tell you that? No, Braswell. Yo. No. This morning, Daniel sound like say.
Hear me ask you then now.
Yes, sir.
Since the request doesn't say they request to go down to Trenchtown. Why? They could have, why? What may I ask you to tell me?
Well,
what is the nefarious reason why they would...
Excellency, as far as my knowledge base with you, I know that you're very equipped with a lot of wording coming from your cranium. But this morning it sounds as if you've not having your ganja spliff yet. I can't have a conversation with you. You need to get a chalice and then come back on the program. Light up a spliff and come back.
Yeah, Mr. Point. Listen,
yeah.
Our people's liberation is not a trivial thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I make no joke. May I say? What purpose would it serve them to go to Trenchtown? What did it mean? Because there's no history. There's no Maroon indigenous history in Trenchtown.
Can I? All right,
musicians and Bob Marley. Why would they have gone to?
I don't buy that. I don't buy that hogwash you come up with this morning. As me said, Daniel, you can stay. Hold on, Daniel, you can stay on the line, cut up some decent grade. Don't put no baku in it. And come back on. Your brain not operating this morning like that.
Yes, sir. I ask you a simple straight.
I am not going into that mud alone because it's a big hog pit me this morning. Because the amount of hogwash come out.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Again, if you are aware of something, we are missing.
And as I said, yes.
No, Rascal, tell us what we're missing.
All right, let me say this. Let me say this to you because, as I said, this is hold on, man. Symbolic gestures are all good, and we've been getting symbolic gestures. The sarcastic love that you crave for inclusion, it is not a good thing. Now, The symbolic gesture to going into a community that have zinc fence that look like some deteriorated place in Jamaica. They don't go to Beverly Hills, you know, because we know, so them not sleep at Trenchtown, but them want you feel like, say, yo, we just like you, we're going to beat some drum. You look a nasty bumble hole, them who get up about them and entertain them, but then go and beat drum and them thing that hurt our ancestors because we're not having a true conversation. We are playing with our future, try look inclusion. Now, the reason why these guys come here is because we are the 52 so-called Commonwealth country. They're on a reset button. They tell Europe, so we don't want to pay no tax for them countries here. So the Queen Grand Picnic come down here now in 2022 when we have scholars such as Daniel Z. Basra and educated people like Michelle and Mark. I go tell them, say, we want to beat some drum. You want to beat your mother. Beat your mother before you come try beat nothing around here. And then the little gatekeeper them for the Corporation of Jamaica like Babsy Grange now. I go stand up and try to keep our sovereignty in our back pocket. I want to, man.
Being down there at Trenchtown yesterday.
Yeah.
What would it have achieved for our liberation?
What you said?
Wait, do. What step would it have made for the people's liberation to be at
the mere fact that a servant of the crown through Babsy Grange came and pick out the only individual who has established something where we are going around and say, yo, a global maroon government who want, whether it is a clown to some people or it is something where some people don't want to see, this is reality. And with the recognition of that by the corporation, that is how we're going to have a certain diplomatic meeting with the British Empire. We don't want to talk to the Jamaica Corporation.
Why do you need a meeting with the British Empire? For what?
Because at this time, our people are educated citizens.
So, what does the British Empire listen?
What does that have to do with us?
It has nothing to do with the British Empire. It has to do with us.
Yeah, but
if you know yourself, and you act accordingly.
Daniel, as I said to you, right? I need you to go and cut up some greens. Mark, give me your take, our strong lion, because Daniel don't put nothing in her brain for morning. I can't have a decent diplomatic talk with His Excellency office like that.
Well, here's the thing, right? I think you're looking on their movements as if they're deep people. They're not.
Well, you tell me, say, hold on. You tell me, say, the picnic them. For Rothschild, Rockefellers are these guys. We're down in your yard now, because of Prince Charles. You tell me, say, them not a deep mission?
Not in this particular case. Not in this particular case. They came here like Badra said on a cultural mission.
To
hopefully tell our people that, you know, as if we're still subjects. Like this is our jubilee, and we're here to help you celebrate by giving us your presence. And if them fall flat on face because nobody know even pain in mind. So what I said to you is that we have to move beyond these little foolishness and chart our own course, brethren, because it's not them thing that don't mean nothing.
Their only reason for coming was, as him said, it's part of their process of celebrating their grandmother's 70th year and their son.
Yo.
That's their purpose.
Yo.
No, it means that they will be coming. They will be coming to have interface with their servants. I am not their servant. So what value would it have been for me to partake?
Well, hold on. Let's go from one of these my Caribbean-based source that is providing us. It said that the Jamaica Corporation is pushing for slavery repatriation from Britain. You said that these fellas are just here, him and his wife, to go to the beach and name some of the fish them and you know what I mean? Hold on, man. Listen. Yo,
every time anybody try.
And Daniel, you are making mockery of yourself. You just say a while ago said no, then don't come with an agenda, then just come to show to them grandmother.
No, I said the agenda have not a fuck to do with maroons, and that the say it have to do with them and them bumbo class slaves and them Listen now, if you say indigenous Jadite,
yes,
and next sovereign man come, where you run up in them thing for?
You know,
Where
say,
you go?
you know, say you are contradicting everything where you teach.
But
my
never
lad.
go. One time, no, but
Know that if you slew the rascal dragon, you back out of the blood clot mission. And that you do, you know. Me say go smoke something, my lad, and come back on the line. Because you know so like Daniel this morning.
Ask a question.
Yes.
L.A. Lewis going there yesterday. What did he accomplish?
Hold on. This morning, hold on, Michelle. Hold on. This morning, globally, the world is seeing that the Maroon is intact and real.
The world is still that long before.
A liar, bumbuckler, tell. See a bunch of clown. See a bunch of clown around up and down like them want something done. Them a do nothing. I want to you, my lad. They think a joke thing this. A real life.
Hold on. What are you trying to say? That LA going down there is what made the world see that Maroon still alive?
No. I am saying to you, the recognition in 2022 from a real perspective.
No, this is the word you use. Recognition, the note. Seeking attention from an external force. You
know what? No. None of you any right now have a collective plan for present to the Royals.
But why would I want to present anything to them? For what? What it does to me
So hold on. So why you up on social media every rascal there fight for sovereignty and when it rascal reach your doorstep, you know?
No, I'm not fighting for sovereignty. I'm explaining it. I have sovereignty. I fight.
Yo, my lad, as I said to you, out of respect for your office, I think you need to go and get.
I'm not trying. Listen.
What?
Listen.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If there's a set of people who have contractual agreements with the crowd.
Yes.
Whether in ignorance or not, them have contract and they choose to go when the crown representatives by the prince and the duke and duchess are here. If they choose to celebrate that, because that's what they're celebrating, the fact that they are here. Now, in whatever reason them come, because it might be that them come to get the government, them to sign to say, you are still going to be part of the Commonwealth. Maybe that's what. Let us say they came to do that.
Hey, you don't have to guess. I have. Yo, hold on, my lad. When I yo, Excellency. You see what I tell you?
No, if the reason that they come was to do that, let us say that's their reason.
Yes.
It still has nothing to do with me because that is a set of people who are still in the dark, getting further in the dark. We who are here in the light. What does our presence there has to do with anything? That doesn't signify anything.
Well, listen me. Can I? You don't know? Because away from sounding like a selfish rascal, brother, this morning. My lad, Mr. Go burn some joint. Yo, one of my lad. Here one of my lad. Listen, yo, stop, yo. Yes, sir.
Not about selfish. You don't understand,
all right. Me not under no bumbuckler this morning. Me over it, my lad. Me not under none of your things. Yes.
Who appointed you to save anybody? Nobody can be saved if they have to
Can I tell you something? You see this? Hold on. Yo, you just asked me a question. Yo, Excellency. Yo. You know what? May get Jesse on this. Yes, sir.
As far as
yes, sir.
Helping to liberate some people.
Yes.
A simple video that Daniel Buzzer do goes a further way than going down to wish for a blood clot politician and royal family there. And you done? Cause right now, let me read from the press now. Okay. No, I'm not done. I mean, I said, we burn out all the rest of them, who everybody who was a march and all who was a march to them, have them as idiots. Because if you understand yourself, in a today's world, power you see, I know not one of those rotted, those file the requisite documents and none of the requisite international law jurisprudence tribunals yet. For command them people to forgive them. I command the people forgive what you want.
Are you finished, Excellency? Because I want to put a decent argument out. Because as I said, you have not had your Mountain Blue coffee yet. And I want to apologize to my intellectual listeners who are listening. Who know? Boss, can I finish? Can I finish?
No, brother, we're not allowing you to do that. Listen now.
What?
Listen where you are to gather.
Yes, sir.
Listen where you are trying to.
What am I doing?
You are trying to, rather than put some validity to something.
Yes.
You're going to say, it has nothing to do with me smoking no fucking weed, guy.
Yo, I am
Don't
not.
make-
Yo, when I said coffee, I said coffee, my boss. You don't drink coffee.
This has nothing to do. This is internal, spiritual, divine, guy.
Well, my lord, all I'm suggesting, Excellency.
No, but guy, the time that you do not agree with.
Why the
things that I
bumbo
say.
clat you keep jumping in time? Yo, my lad, I am trying to something that's a yab. You know, I said nothing of substance this morning.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Yes, sir.
You are trying to attack Mrs.
Boss.
Yeah, to indigenous people. You listen now.
Yes.
Because not the Queen visit and the them visit have nothing to do with indigenous people. And
But hold on, my brother. All I am saying, give me a minute. All I'm saying, brother, we are here this morning said that these people don't have agenda, but you just come back around and you said that there may be a protocol that they're following.
I said, let us speak hypothetically in order to facilitate your.
But I don't have to be hypothetical. I have the news in front of me right here, Excellency.
No, then present it.
Let me read it. But let me read it.
Certain we do enough of in a certain thing, so.
Yo, Michelle. Daniel, you're shouting at my audience again. You're shouting at my audience. Yes, but as I said,
Daniel, we know you're passionate about this, but let's hear the news.
Yes, all right. Let me continue. Thank you so much. And Strong Lion, you have you know as a lion roaring. Somebody said to me last night that we cannot have His Excellency with these outbursts, but his colloquial language is similar to mine. I don't have anything against him roaring. It says here in the press that the Jamaica government is pushing. Now, the Corporation of Jamaica, let me read this properly. The Corporation of Jamaica is pushing for slavery reparation from Britain amidst the royal visit from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. At a 3-day retreat over the weekend, Jamaica Minister of Culture Oliver Bobsy Grange, the old sellout, urged the National Council of Reparation to become more proactive and move from talking into action. Now, these simple bribery that they're offering, it says that we need a roadmap for legal and diplomatic action which will bring us monetary reparation. Now, not for the people, but for the Corporation of Jamaica. Is this a mission or is it not that is being put forward? I guess so.
Who made a statement? Who made a statement?
The Corporation of Jamaica that works under the Crown.
That means that listen on. And then really believes that this corporation has any desire to see what this scam you accept.
No, you're asking a question, boss. Don't tell me what me accept.
The corporation cannot put forward anything for reparations. It cannot. Because the corporation is gonna have itself part and parcel of the crown. That's just about a yapping them depend. This cannot be reparations. Reparations cannot be put forward by anyone who is a citizen or a functionary of the state.
Jesus.
They can't.
You
so
see,
if anybody wants to see reparations, they would have to first remove themselves. Because they are, remember, once you have contract to the state, you have driver's license, you have agreed to be under their rule.
Yeah,
and they are part of their thing. And if you're a part of their thing, you can't ask the same thing as a part of the
but as I said to you, Excellency, I think that now that you've taken the first couple of puffs, you're getting to that level where we can.
No, but you're not understanding what you were saying. You were phrasing what you were saying totally off.
What?
So then,
what have I said that is off? I read something. Listen to what?
One of the biggest. Hear the biggest thing.
Yes, sir.
Every set of people that were given reparations or granted reparations, you know where that reparation order was granted? It was in an international court. It was not by the people who were offended, saying to the people that offend them, say, you have to give me reparations. The people who offended already think it's a bomber class and putting a plan to treat it. They plan to treat it. Independent arbitrator that's granted.
Yeah, but you wanna.
If there's any reparation argument cannot come from the government of Jamaica, which is part and parcel of the same Crown State. Any reparations?
I mean, I talk to her. Cause my audience them well over them rascal kindergarten talk we are
right,
doing.
but then when
Me no need no bumper clad kindergarten this morning, my lord. Yes, sir.
You take the bait and switch, man. If you know that them guys, when you hear the government apostolate all these arguments about reparations and all that, you don't know that fuck off.
Yeah, but you wanna. This is a solution to I see the way forward. Now, when the Corporation of Jamaica is doing their dirt, I can't stop a guy from doing dirt. But I now go stand up and make you show your dirt on us. Now, the corporation is doing what they do best, which is deceiving the people. Because you and I know that this shit argument about reparation is only going to brand us more that all I know are rascal slave. I do not buy into that nasty premonition. Zine, henceforth, when we have a gatekeeper like Bobsy Grange, why she never take out anybody else who is there? You think that, and we know, because them have us so drenched where we hate our fucking self so much. We hate our fucking self through the Willie Lynch syndrome. Where, when them a chastise one away, the rest of we fucking house nigga. Our boss is there. Hold on, man, let me done. Because this bragging right to me on social media last night, where nobody is seeing the meat of the matter. They're only looking, say, where this a good dirty foot boy come from? And the same thing them do to Christ. Joseph blood clam was a stepson with them say a jacket. I said thing them do to him. And anytime them touch Daniel Z. Basra, embarrass Daniel Z. Basra, as long as he's in his circle, I am going to support him. Because we know the corporation have a smear campaign and a character assassination.
That now reach Daniel Z. Basra.
That have reached you on several accounts through the state. My lord. Daniel, Michelle. All right.
I don't care who
You were there yesterday. You were there yesterday, though, Daniel. You were there yesterday, right?
I wasn't. But what are you talking about?
Why were you there? Why were you there yesterday? To look at the prince? Oh, you were fascinated.
Why was I weird? I come from there. No, I would have figured that.
Yesterday, you said on my record a while ago, so you was in Trenchtown.
Me never get mad. You were Trenchtown.
Okay, I thought you were there. My apologies, sir. I thought you said that. I thought you put on.
Listen.
Yes.
Pardon, very interesting still. And I just a humble student to this all of this knowledge today. Just sitting back right now. But I need a couple of ribbons for the noon day and charge up my phone. Please give me 10 minutes. Please.
Yeah, man. Return to the top.
Yes,
yo, Mark, you've been.
Keep it burning.
Guys, you know. Look, listen on, guys. Here's what would have made a statement.
Yes.
A very more profound statement.
Yes.
Right? Is
what?
Harder.
Mm-hmm.
We prepared, for example, an affidavit as sovereign and handed that affidavit to the Governor General. It is addressed to the Prince, the Duke and the wife, but that affidavit has stated claim. And I said, listen, remember that serves more purpose because that is a legal process that is guaranteed to get you redress. It cannot be not answered to sovereign to sovereign. That would have been more effective.
So hold on.
Listen to what I say.
I said, no time. I don't have no time for the daycare and bumper clad baby feed around here to them, my lad. Yes.
But the people, listen to that.
Yes, sir.
Here's the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I am going to show you the hypocrisy.
What?
The hypocrisy is in the fact that the issues that one claim that one claims to them I will go down a Trenchtown and discuss. Are make no one.
We never claim to do that. We never claim to do that. We're talking.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
These issues have always existed.
Mm-hmm.
So why wait until the Queen grandson are come? Address the crown long time.
Are you willing to hear the steps that was taken before the Queen come? Because while no found in a blood clot sleep, man, did that work. Listen what take place. We handed a letter. We have it on tape where we get the surf. Me instruct L.A. Lewis. I'm going to get L.A. Lewis on this. Say, yo, we have to do this in like a chess move. The first thing we do was give the Governor General a notification that we need to have meeting with his boss. Zine, we have it.
Why you mean?
Hold on, man. Hold on, Daniel. Because let me tell you, say, everything where you taught this morning is me listen to and get no whole heap of knowledge, you know.
No, it is a stuff when you act.
Hold on, man. Them bumbo clock no act where act, Daniel. In time you deliver a letter to the governor. Hold on, my lord. We want to have audience with the British. No. The British, who we signed this blood treaty with, it will have upon them shoulder. Zine? Now, for people who don't want to recognize that the British recognize this treaty, not because of fucking a Kong Pong town, because that was just a fucking signing ground. We're talking about the entire island. Our people who had the rulership of that place before the British Empire. Zine? When we have a meeting with them and we put out our agenda, say, first and foremost, a constitution is already ratified by our people, my lord. I play with Mark when I tell Mark about to say, go do a constitution. Because we know that the first thing we have to do is have something to get to the end, get oppressors, make them know, say, yo, we mean business now. This has been prepared. The next step now is when the Corporation of Jamaica realize that we, through yesterday, them blow away up and put up on the front page, now the world have to come and see what go on. We know that when the British say, yo, this 1738 treaty has tangibility, of course, the Corporation of Jamaica from 1962 is null and void to our people. We have to do these things. And we have to do it diplomatically. What happened yesterday by L.A. Lewis was a great game of chess. Enough boy and girl know to play publicity stunt and get the eyes of this world. You think it's criminal news network like CNN know I go see the revelation? Upon your little phone, you go see it.
Hey, bro, what did he do? What did he do?
He has brought to the diplomatic table right now, so we need to really have a conversation and not with the Corporation of Jamaica like how blood clot Richard Correa tried to meet with Andrew.
So he met with the Royals?
Their time you don't know that. Don't tell me. Yo, let me tell you, big and serious again. Do not.
I was asking a question, bro. I don't know. I'm asking from a point of ignorance. Did he meet with the Royals or not?
No, not yet. But the meeting, the letter has been given. If anyone want to tell me something, don't remember when L.A. Lewis bring the letter to the Governor General right now, I lie. So me I tell you,
I don't know of that, Bridget.
Mark, I do not expect you to know, but I know that Daniel Z. Basra must have such knowledge.
I'm not denying it, bro.
Yeah, well,
I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
don't know.
I am not saying that you don't know. I'm just saying that you wouldn't be in the know of that capacity. Because truth be told, Mark. Truth be told, Mark, we are taking this thing from a cultural, diplomatic, political view. We don't just want people to get up and say, yo, a maroon. You have to know that when we say maroon, a lot of people not going to agree with us. It's a national move with upon. And that's why Andrew feeling the crunch, because him know say this sovereignty with the Corporation of Jamaica is pushing on our people is utter rubbish. There's no such thing. The corporation get authority through your signature on your birth paper. We need to relinquish that. Don't lose focus that the UK now is isolated from Europe. The 52 Commonwealth country, these are the breasts that they're coming to suck on right now. And our people are opening up arms again to give them breast milk. Michelle, what is that about?
What, may I ask you, what is that about? Because right now, we see Rastafarians there and beat drum with them. We see how much people out there to meet them. And like, I am in the same thought process as Danielle. If you know yourself, me not to blood please meet with you. Me not to come meet with you because I know myself.
Yeah, but if you have the documents of the Corporation of Jamaica walking around that work for the crown, you don't feel like you need to go, but you don't feel, hold on, you don't feel like you need to go talk to the people who want to take care of things.
No.
Okay, then.
Do action. Make action. Me not to go deal with them.
So what? So hold on. The action. What kind of action? So we are civilized people.
What did L.A. Lewis get done yesterday? What was done yesterday?
All right, hold on. First and foremost, internationally right now, my phone is ringing from morning. Everybody want blessings. Everybody want a maroon ID. Yes, a maroon ID. From morning about 10 call me get. People say, yo, Rasgadites, me ready. Because the realization that there's a new perspective forward, who have eyes, who can't see, go be like Stevie Wonder, we know there, hey, I pass number 5 bearing ground every blood clamors time of my life. I mean, never see a dead person rise yet. Some in the day for raise no duppy. When Noah Billy Ark, and the Ark a push off a whole heap of people in the day laugh off him and say, yo, what you idiot no? Marcus Garvey will laugh off him. Malcolm X will laugh off him. Martin Luther will laugh off him. Yo, we two bumbuckler laughy. A serious time right now. If we prospectively put our sovereignty at the front push of what we're doing, we stand a chance to have a civilized reasoning with these people. But as long as you have him down there beating drums when you don't have a serious, you come on down to a place that the historical legacy of your grandparents, you think that William and Kate are stupid? They study history. So if you don't, as the Caucasian said yesterday, why the hell should Caucasian care about maroon problems if maroons don't care about it? Who tell themselves, why the fuck me for talk to them when we can't name a piece of sugar cane? These careless attributes need to be eradicated immediately. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment, people, for us to be laughing while our children are in the bullseye of the oppressors. What joy does it give us?
Oh, me yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, me see yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
L.A. Lewis go down there for take some photo ops and take pictures with them. And so me see.
Something wrong with that?
You contradict yourself just now.
Yeah, what me say? What I said.
You just say these people. Should we like who are them? Who are they?
These are the people. These are the people. These are the people. These are the people who trick your mom and dad to register you to them.
Because them trick my mom and dad to register me. Me want to go take some photo ops with them.
It's not photo. Michelle, stop being like this. Because bullshit. Michelle, you know what you sound like? You sound like you know you're Jamaica if you take a photo of you're upset. That's how it come off. That's how it come off.
Like
no, it sound like because you're not in Jamaica to get that privilege to take a photo up, you're upset.
I wouldn't even waste my time.
That's good for you, Michelle. But you wanna Michelle,
the clown list with the circus where they are going.
Yeah, but you wanna Michelle, amid that circus, these are the people who your registration paper belong to. Is it still a joke?
Listen,
is it still a joke?
It's a joke.
So the birth paper where you have is a joke then?
It's a joke.
So why don't you fix it? Why don't you fix it?
Listen.
Yeah.
I will fix it.
When? Oh, okay. It's not really a priority now.
All right?
Yes,
it will get fixed, but not the way all the things now.
Well, you want to mummy? You want to?
No bad eyes and you can't cut me off of your stage.
No, sir. Michelle.
Let me tell you something right now.
Michelle, let me tell you. Yes.
L.A. Lewis would not get a dime from me to talk about no waiting in the paper.
Well, listen me now, Michelle. Marcus Garvey never get a dime from a lot of them. I see them dead left Marcus legacy there.
Marcus Garvey.
You can't tell me who. You cannot tell me you will not come on the station. No, you don't. I will, and I can.
I am not.
Because if I can love myself, I can't love nobody else. Grand rising to the Council General.
L.A. Lewis just go live and talk about him sick because Bob's a great.
Yes, man, him to file a report because this commoner. She's she's no sovereign. She's a commoner. And she put her hands on a sovereign. She need to be charged. We need to make an example out of these people. They're servant of the crown. Servant, you know what servant mean, Michelle? Servant means what was that?
What does that mean? Okay, so what does he plan to do?
Sue her. He'll lodge a report. We're going to get a lawyer.
The system we're not talking about with
no. You see, this is where you go wrong now. Michelle, that is where you go wrong now. You know. You can't be afraid of your servants. You're too intimidated by your servants, Michelle.
I'm not intimidated by no servant because nobody not intimidate me.
Okay. Council General,
that you can just intimidate Michelle Clark. Not.
Michelle, this morning is very fire because we need to take it serious. I'm going to get L.A. Lewis on the line. If you don't want to be here, you cannot. I'm going to get...
I'll let Lewis not scare me. Him not intimidate me.
No, Michelle, we don't have a gun.
Myself for asking the question when me want to ask.
Yes, listen me. No, you can listen me, Michelle. Democracy, as what you call it, is something that I try to practice here. Not too much of a craziness like what the Excellency. I'm gonna get him joint, so we may get back a good thing because I had my joint. But let's bring in Counter General Neela Blaze. I think he is puffing on some of the good ginger tea that he's making. Counter General. Yeah, Bazogan, he come back.
Greetings, Gadites. Greetings with the understand. I want if I love a flow around and around from the station. I love it.
Yeah.
Michelle and that piece of fire there. With Michelle and the team. You understand? Rats Gadites. And I think at the UIC member, I think I see online.
Mr. Mark Renaissance. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Mark Renaissance. Believe me that I believe in you, definitely.
Yeah.
Irrespective of how we talk, I think that your passion is very different from many.
Yes, sir.
Since I admire that. Michelle, to admire you being here all the time, irrespective of what go on some of the time. Rascalites, thank you again for putting it together, because we need this. See, now, I think we're talking about yesterday and what happened.
Yeah.
I don't have much.
Yeah.
See, I don't have much. I know somebody put up a thing with Emperor and him being escorted off a premise.
Assaulted.
Right, and it have to be assaulted too, because I just the understanding behind it. Saying, and we don't have to do no whole heap of thing, him just have to file the paperwork and then you're going to see people come and apologize or say certain things.
Yeah.
Because based on what I see, is like they're dealing with it on a
personal level. A vendetta.
Exactly, like a this and that is not a diplomatical level when they're wrong. They're wrong.
Yep.
To what they do. But because we as a culture believe in the law of a culture are me not go up because I'm afraid, me don't know if you say, me don't know if you talk, me not try to stand up for nothing. You get to me, I say that the culture, the scare tactic culture where I believe we have. Since we don't really feel like we're willing to do nothing. Anybody go up here and do it and it seems like them feel we're ready for attack them bumbleclade, have mercy. See, so again, this is a diplomatic process. It not take no whole heap or nothing. You just take the emperor for file and you go watch everybody apologize. I've seen it before. See, because we don't understand what we attack. Most of we don't understand what we really attack about here.
Yes,
the significant.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Listen me. We just been joined by Birdseye. I know that she's a natural royalty, and you know, I don't know if Kate and her is on the beach or somewhere talking over old times. Morning on Birdseye, Grand Rising, should I say? How art thou?
Blessed love.
Yes, royalty, because you're hanging out with Kate from Britain. How are you and the royal family?
No. I'm drying bush. I'm drying fever grass and some marijuana leaves.
Oh, jeez.
I am doing it. Kate would like to join me to dry some leaves, but we can make some tea.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I think Mark.
No, not only that. Not only that. I think we forget into it. Just the other day, I look up tea bags. And maybe whoever you're not going to hear it. Tea bags, meaning you can purchase the bags them and purchase the wrapper. For like a couple $100 USA, you get 10,000 bags. Saying, so we can, that may tell you, we could put together Birdseye, you're serious, you pick the bush them, and we formulate a process, and you get all the 10,000 tea bag, and you start hygienically process the tea bags, them and send it, go Gadites and make him sell it and send your money.
But hold on, Neela Blaze, before we do anything like that, that's why it is so important that this letter that was delivered to the Governor General a couple months ago by His Excellency L.A. Lewis for an audience with the royals, it is so important that we look at our day-to-day runnings from a real perspective. We want to do trade, and when I put up my trade here in Indiana, the Corporation of the United States is going to tell me that they recognize what the United Nations did for indigenous people, but this is the United States. There's a blatant disregard for sovereignty, and that's why the war in Ukraine is of utmost importance, even in Iraq or Syria. Sovereignty is not something that we can just push aside, because our day-to-day living depends on how you have the free flow of goods and people and all these great things. So the argument this morning that we're putting forward is that if there is a meeting tonight with the Maroon agenda and we present this constitution, do you think that this would give our people more confidence? Because after last night's outburst on social media, which is so mockery in itself, I think that our people are still suffering from confidence. They're suffering from believing in themselves that we can do this. Anybody on the panel can relate to that question. Do you think that we have gained from this momentum, or our people are still stuck to believe that Jesus Christ coming out of the sky? Blonde hair, blue eye.
I will touch it, if everybody kind of stands still, I love them time. I truly believe this are the greatest time in our history. I learned growing up from the elders, say, humility bringeth honor. Humility bringeth honor. Saying, and all what I see happen now, I got turn out just from the part where we need it for turn out. Because as we said, all of us kind of like discombobulated with the proper route forward. Saying, and now when you see ones coming on the front line and I do them thing now, people not too sure because people not inform themselves. So now in a situation like we're going where them try to humiliate the emperor and videotape it, even the media should be charged because what was happening, I see a little video and like somebody I say, I know you're sure.
Yes.
She was disrespectful to. She should never even put her hand, whether you know him as Hele,
very.
It no matter who. It's a diplomatic arena.
Very.
So them are trying to hush and
this is going to blow up in the corporation
into
face.
A hush mode.
Yes.
See, so true, we don't understand the information. That's how we react, and it is fine until the knowledge come forward. Right now, me I write down step by step how to come out of your all capitals. See, may I tell you with the UCCC, which is the Universal Commercial Code, so you can free yourself from the all capitals and move in your title, which is the living human being. These people know these things, just like what Rastadites said. These people know when you see they come down, they're reaffirming their dominance psychologically. That is what they're doing. Seeing, but we don't know that because many of us grew up.
It's not that Council General. Let me have Mark perception on this, because you know that I personally have that admiration for his input. Mark, take the phone off, pause and come do your work. Seem as if he's in the kitchen cooking or something. Bird's Eye, what's your take on it? Or you don't have no take at all? You just don't care if they have your documents or not? You know,
I'm there.
Yeah, Bird's Eye is taking the line first.
I care whether I care or not, you know, God, there's a process to all things.
Yes.
So one's of it, can you have it locked, man? Me not worry about it. I them a talk with the item and the queen.
Amen. Yes.
Sit back and wait on the leadership. That's just about it. That's it.
So yesterday, did you see the tape with the employer for the Corporation of Jamaica assaulting the emperor? Did you see that?
No. See, I wonder sometimes I just allow the news for each. I don't go searching for it. If one is not know, and every day when I sit down and watch news, yeah, someone we can't manage it. Pressing so much. Yeah. And every day when you can sit down and watch news, and everybody can do them things there.
Me not turn on TV or news in 2 years.
Yeah, we not watch TV neither.
I didn't mention it as far as it being consumed as news. I'm talking about an individual being assaulted by a person, a corporation that you live under. Yo, man, you see this. I don't care. I don't know thing. It'll get to me, the people. Yes.
If I have nothing to do with I don't care. It's not like in the 70s and the 60s when man can just walk up and buckle by my face. Not so this thing you go again.
But I just asked you a question and you said, well...
One of the wise as to them approach, and as I said,
yes.
I them king one just don't say it and say where my deal with. There is a step-by-step process of getting one out of certain positions. But at the same time, if ones are not wise enough, they get caught up. That is the fact. the matter. That is all me I say. It not have nothing to do with how me no feel this way and me no feel that way. Yo, one of learn how to control them emotions more while, God.
Yeah, true.
And not everything is supposed to ball over. We know so we know how the state stay already, and we know the position, and we know what can happen and what is possible. It's not like we don't know. What we do for protect
It's not like we're selfish.
Yes.
Don't have nothing to do about selfishness or.
My big question is because even when our police officer is walking up and down and I say, oh, this is this right and this is that right, you know who right? Do they know them? Hello, majority of the people who even drive a vehicle in Jamaica is buy them license. Them never read no rules, no regulations to go get that shit.
Exactly.
Well, right now, if I signed upon a door, the other day I go to bank to go deal with something for my mother. And when I went there is a sign on the door, ATM being serviced. You are telling me, say, the majority of 15 people stand up behind me, don't see that sign on the door or even know how to read that sign? Come on now, God. If one can follow simple instructions at the end of the day, even when the item come with the step-by-step agreement as to how to do these things, and if one's not educated and wise in a certain way and even want the knowledge, not take on to it, God.
Yeah.
Some people can't start. I just so I go. I just saw me go.
Bird's eye. You have children. Do you have children?
It doesn't matter.
No, I asked a question. Is a yes or no? You have children?
No.
All right.
That's what I am
then the argument done. That's what I want to ask you.
No. It don't finish.
You can't burn nothing around you, so come on a lava. Man a lava. Yeah, where you say? Where you say?
Woman are more lava than that.
Yeah, well, you're a little lava, my lad. My girl, may I ask a logical question? Do you have a child? You say no.
The item I talk about, bro, the item needs to be quiet.
I talk about responsibility. That me I talk about woman.
Yes, and I am saying to the item, listen carefully.
Yeah.
You know how many women have lost a child?
Me no business how much woman lose child. Me ask if you have a child.
Stop thinking, no man, God.
Yes, sir.
This is where we are. You ask me if I care. Do you care?
Of course, me bound to.
You talk like you don't care.
Me bound to care.
Like
me ever talk like me no care?
That way still.
Yeah.
I have many children, but not from my womb.
Right.
And my heart hurts.
Let me
be a girl pick me.
Father
I'll be a girl pick me. So don't start with me. Me a girl pick me. Grow as a girl pick me. I don't have to have one from my in Virgin.
But just utter a word of prayer and ask God to bless up your womb with a child. Mark Renaissance.
No, I take that still in, but God, come on now, man.
Yes.
Me a woman.
Yes, sir.
Me feel it more for the girl picnic than the boy picnic them. Whether me have one or not, it doesn't matter.
Me no feel, I feel for the oppressors them where I deal with our people like that. But what I want to say to Mark is, in my building, Mark, he was going chime in, because you look like you draw the Prince Buster picture, because I love our Sultan Ali, I call him a little bit from now. Him give the commission for doing father work. I like that Mark Renaissance. Where him gone again? Be things, Mark.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm saying that you're doing the portrait for Prince Buster. You pull out the canvas this morning early and start drop a thing. I rate you, Mark.
I'm actually doing a piece that I deliver Friday, but I mean, no, I listen everything I say now, because all voices have to be heard,
Yes.
I think
you're a painter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a painter. Yeah, I'm also a furniture maker. I also build houses. I'm also an international chef. So I do.
Future political.
What kind of things do you do?
I do vegan and traditional.
No, painting, vegan and traditional.
I do abstract impressionism, realism, photorealism. I do landscape portraits. I'm also a photographer. So. If you want some more work, go to IG at mark.art.cameron@gmail.com and it's some more work, I'm calling Mark Renaissance.
Mark.art.cameron.
Yeah. artists. But as I was saying, right, we have all voices that we heard. We have to be more strategic in how we approach these people because they are strategic in how they have actually oppressed us. They have tricked us into oppression. Plus, they've had help from our own people as well to oppress us. You understand that? Don't believe because a man of the same complexion, the man have your back. Because we all know that wickedness permeates all sectors of society. We have to be strategic in how we approach these people. I wasn't for the drum beating thing because that's like almost like a court jester, you understand? But none of them thing there, all right? We should have gone there, like you said. I think Daniel said that with a letter of moving forward, a letter that states our objectives and what we'd like to be as a people. But we also have to have a conversation among ourselves. We are fractured. We are a fractured society. We're not fighting on one front. We're fighting on several fronts, like Russia is right now. That's why them can't get nowhere. Because the man them all over the damn place are trying to do on Ukraine and they're not strategic. We have to have a conversation about how we engage our oppressors. And we're not having that.
How can you say that? How can you say that we're not having dialogue when yesterday the whole purpose of being?
Brethren, listen, brethren. We are 1 grain out of trillions of sand. You understand? We're not united.
Mark.
We're not on front.
Mark.
You know, we need to use your medium. Hey, first of all.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the dialogue we've been having over the last couple of days. I seriously. It's like, we come back in and say, where the man them there? Them not sign on yet.
Yes.
You understand? So there's a hunger for camaraderie. There's a hunger for that. And I think we need to use all forums to galvanize our people into one big movement where
we're not ready. Some of our people are not ready to have a mature conversation. They're still dancing around the pole.
Because they're not listening to the right music to dance to.
They're still doing merry-go-round. Them still under the merry pole.
We have to play the music that they listen to.
No. Our people are very not proactive. We are active when we get benefits and spoils from people who pretend that they like us. Why we have you hear Boswell, Daniel Z. Boswell, you know, very knowledgeable human being, very capable human being. But he sits down and he said, listen me, you should have, would have, could have. Yesterday, and I say this to our people who are listening to us in the real time, if we're talking about sovereignty, we need to come to the understanding that the crown owns you as a subject. The only reasoning you can have with anyone who owns you can't go to the gatekeeper or the person who wash your dog or a wash your car. You have to go to the people them. Now, a prime thing is presented to us where LA has given them a notification, so we need to have audience. Whether it's a madman off of the road or a big man up a cherry garden, this is an indigenous son of the soil. Now, we as indigenous people have the right over our so-called masters, which they are not our masters, to make demands. But we don't. We expect our masters to come and be just and fair to us. And that's why religion is like a gold chain around a lot of us neck this morning. Copper color. Wash over. Because we want to look good, but we don't want the good for ourselves. Anyone who get up this morning and tell me, say, oh, LA this, LA that, go and look in the mirror and look at your damn self and see what you doing. Because you're not doing shit. You only get up and try to tear down our people who are standing up for something while you're not standing for nothing because of benefits and spoils. We're tired our children are growing up and imagine the audacity of the grandchildren of the oppressors to come to the table and we held them with open arms as if all is forgotten. When these people are the one who make the rules whether you live or die. How careless can we be? We're careless. And we need to stop that. It's a passion that we share, but our people have to come to the understanding if we don't do for ourselves, nothing is going to be done. The Corporation of Jamaica take advantage of our people and give us privilege because we're subjects. You don't have any rights. You only have privilege under the corporation. And we're saying to our people, let's stop pussyfoot around and have serious dialogue. I said this a couple of years to the Premier in the Cayman Islands. I said it a couple of years to the Premier in the British Virgin Islands. I said it over Turks and Caicos because we are comfortable with a position. Why are we so comfortable to say, well, God, I go work it out? He make you take a deep breath while you want him open my mouth and put food in it to make it chew and chew it for you. Come on, man. We're more stronger than that.
Yeah. I'm just coming back in.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Strong Lion.
But
Michelle.
what I'm trying to
Go on, Michelle.
Okay. So what if you have somebody that is represented, but nobody takes this person serious? How about that?
The thing about it is, Michelle, is I can't wait for you to take me serious when I'm hungry. I have to go out there and eat for myself. If you have a better plan, Mark on the line, UIC. We said, Mark, we're going to work with you. We're working with everyone out there because we need to achieve victory. But not because a stone is white, you put it aside. That may be the stone that slew Goliath. But because you're so reluctant for the perfect stone, you're going to miss every opportunity that come to you. I remember the other day when the pandemic came out, people was crying, my child not going to be in the classroom again, not going to teacher. I had to look at parents and say, woman, man, wise up. This is an options. We need to have options. If plan A don't work, we have plan B, plan C, plan D. Why are we so comfortable? Jesus alone can save you. That's why he's a number one hit seller up on the billboard. Your grandmother been through this foolishness, you going through this foolishness, and now you have the audacity to subject our children because of your carelessness. Our children can go to the setting. We have a picture of the European in our governmental office that work for them. We have no right but privilege. If this is a facade and a lie, people, then everything that we're talking about every day don't make no sense. And I don't want to do it anymore. Because if this is not the real struggle for our people to liberate ourselves once and for all, it is not a joke. The UK is out of Europe. Now, if the UK is out of Europe, that means their trading powers have been slashed. Now, these people know the dumbness of our leaders or the sarcastic ways of these politicians, where they're going to come, kiss them up, build a prison to empower our people, no school, because you hear what the people them say already. When David Cameron was asked by Portia Simpson Miller about reparation, what David offer? David said, we have some of your people in England in a jail, and whether you keep them down here than up there. We build a prison. We give you half of the money to build a prison. No, you can't. Yo, this is bigger than how it is.
Are you suggesting homeschooling or different types of schools and so forth? What are you suggesting where the schooling is concerned?
As I said,
persons who have an issue when they couldn't send their children to school.
It is an option. Nobody can teach church, and because of YouTube and everything, teachers are using YouTube in the classroom. What do you think they're using? They're using Facebook in the classroom too. But it's just that they have an agenda. They are working with a certain curriculum where they get a result that they've been told to get, which is to dumb you up more, because these children, they're home and their parents are so illiterate, for a better word, where your child master the technological opportunity on the phone and you tell him, say, all you have to study a phone, you're an idiot. While you go to school yo, wake up, people. Wake
My
up.
question now.
What's your question, Mom?
For everyone that is on this call, everyone that is joining Fresh Radio and listening to this chat right now and this conversation, my question to each of you is, with all that Godites just said, how many of you have taken the option of homeschooling your grandchild, children, great-grandchildren? How many of you have taken that option in, or whatever other options are available currently, instead of sending your children back to a public or a private school?
Hold on, let me say something first on that. Yeah, give thanks for life, man. You know, most high blessings show the day still. Holy I King Ali Selassie, Rastafari and Empress Men in the balance, you know? Yeah, so like, listen, right? When I first come to America, right, I didn't know nothing about sovereign, none of this. American brothers come over here, they're explaining it to me for a long time. And I took it a little strange and I see it makes sense, you know? But with God Heights, where he is right now, I'm about to be making some changes, man. You know? So I just eating up all this food right now. But what the sister say about the homeschooling and all these things? Now, as a Rasta man, I don't know say we don't deal with Babylon, right? So everything we do as Rasta people, and we're supposed to continue to do, is separate ourselves from artificiality and things that is not natural in the environment and even thinking certain actions and certain things. You know what I mean? So right now I got 2 youths right now. My older one is 8, you understand? And he been homeschooling when he was 4 years old. You understand? And I refuse to send him to Babylon school because I see what they do over here in Babylon, you know. You see when they decide to do the little testing or they want to try something to see how people them attitude is or see how far they could go with something, they lock a school down. And then a man like me, listen to me, man, listen to me. You know authority higher than His Majesty authority, you know. Not even man. And I'll stand up in the front of bullets. You understand when it comes to my rights now? So I tell Empress, say, yo, if I send my youth to any Babylon school and I have to go get my youth for any emergency and they won't let me get my youth, that can be a big problem. They have to shoot me down. And I said, before that happened, I homeschooled my youths, man. And then this was like, you know, planning for kids and saying when we have kids, this is how we would like it to be. And meanwhile, while you waiting for this thing to happen, you getting to see all the things what they're doing in the school with the and trying to teach youths them it's okay to have, you know, it's all the things that, you know, where the sex thing about non-sex and all this other shit and taking out the prayer out of the school, taking out sports out of the school and all the things they doing is to dumb down the kids. And I said, boy, any youth that get Empress with you right here in foreign, can't send them to school. We're gonna have to formulate homeschooling. So you're saying, and that's what we've been doing for a little while now. From the time the youth was 4, the youth 8 years old right now, in the next room right now doing school. And guess what? Check this out. The curriculum what we got set for him, that's so highly. When the Empress compare that with other kids that were going to school and other teachers that were teaching in schools, they say, man, your son at this age and the knowledge and how he building his vocabulary, the schools, shoot, kids them in the older classes than where he is right now and have half of the knowledge we done learning already. So the school is dumbing down the whole situation. And then we can't, listen, man, they got the Jews them over here. Jews them got their compound and they schooling their own kids. You get the Muslims, they schooling their own kids. Rasta need to do the same thing. And even as black people, we need to have our own thing, man. We have our own. Like the brother was saying.
I tell you,
we need to have our own. Because, okay, let me just say with this last thing, right? Let me just say this last thing. When Obama, when everybody was saying he's going to be president and all that, and then everybody was saying, wow, we're going to have a black president. I say, how much black president you done really hard already in America? You all didn't realize half of the presidents in America already was black. You didn't really know your history. So then I say, for me now, I ain't going to be no big deal because I come from a place where we always have prime ministers and stuff. And I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, different. So I mean, I can't hype up and jump up. You understand what I'm saying? So one of the brothers was saying, hey, it's good to have a black president, right? But you know what it's better to have? People would then know their self and they could have something prepare and say, okay, Mr. Obama, this would be we like this to be done for our community. You understand? So he said, we don't have that. He said, the Spanish people, them, they have that. Other race, the Chinese people, them, they have that. They could go to the president and say, like, yeah, we get $75 million. We like you to do this for our interests. The gay community, they go to Obama and say, like, yeah, we giving you this amount of money. We want you to do this for our interests. But there is no one in the black community as a whole, representing the black community as a whole, and say, like, yeah, we get this to we got $100 million right now. Could you formulate some of our opinions and our thoughts into a reality to make it better for our future generations? No, we don't have that. So that's why sovereignty, I see where sovereignty is most important, because this the handle we need this handle right now. So in the future we could use these tools to go and carve the future for our future generations, our children in the future. So this information right here, I'm new at it. So I mean, I can't even say nothing. I mean, like so much other avenues I could just spit out lyrics. But this Avenue Radio, I'm just a humble student right now. So I'm learning a lot from Godites personally, and then coming in collaboration with Michelle, and then you got Daniel, and then you got the next buddy, Marcus. Mark, you know, and everybody who I been vibrating with, I just picking up pieces from everybody right now, because I'm a humble student of life. You understand? And just like the Rasta man, we don't climb and stop. We don't climb and stop. You know, we continue to climb in. Even for the Rasta man, even for the Rasta people I'm listening right now, still as a Rasta man, as a Rasta man for 19 years old, coming in the Rastafari. You understand? Me and Copper and my cousin who passed on, we the first of the Rasta man in our area, pushing energy out, and we Rasta man up to this day. And I could say, we follow His Majesty all the way. You understand? We follow His Majesty all the way. So this is some good, Godites. The works you're doing right now is for the ancestors, and every time you on the box, every time you talk personally, you understand? Your spirit, your ancestors is with die, my brother. 10,000 at your right hand and 10,000 at your left, and you guys should always stand, my brother.
It's a mission.
Doing the works perfect.
It's a mission. It's a mission. It's a mission. It's a mission.
Yes, King. My lord.
Anybody else want to relate to what Birdseye asked before we jump into something very hot again? Because we have a next hot topic on this thing here. We are born up. Anybody want to say anything?
Anybody go ahead, I can talk after.
No, you can't take it over, you know what I mean? Just make it short.
Yeah, you know, with the apartheid. With again, every information, I love it. Seeing Birdseye, big up yourself too again. Strong Lion, you know the thing already. Seeing with the youth, them and homeschooling. I bless to have a wife who is a teacher. Seeing, and she was in the military. She used to work with the soldiers on the planes them. Seeing she's a respiratory technician. Seeing and she come out like we influence her out type blah blah boom 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 boom. Seeing so we like unconsciously with children and we believe that the youth them seeing at school homeschooling or schooling period, whether home or outside. We just believe in an education for the youth. She teach at one little school, hence why I feel comfortable saying my child is going to go there because you are there. Seeing and she are the one doing it. So I'll be like, okay, when it comes to education, what I know in general is when you look at the culture behind how we brought up through the schools, it teaches us to be employees, like who going to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher.
Servitude. They teach us servitude in school.
Right.
Yes,
right. Let me finish there, please. It teaches us how to be an employee. When you check the Chinaman, you never see the Chinaman and tell him picking them to be an employee. Seeing them teach us to be doctor, lawyer, always. Never to be a businessman, a business owner, nothing like that. And me read a thing where them say one of the rich man them did put together, who I think it was Soros or one of them who helped put together to fund the public schooling. Seeing and him gist or him vision was him never want nobody but employees to finance this capitalistic thing we're going. Seeing so when I catch all of that and I try to fit everything together and realize how you really get out of this. Seeing cause some people not have time to watch them picnic while they might go also forget them the food that they need. Seeing so enough of them not have nobody then can pay for watch them picnic. Seeing and the system don't tie we into the survival mode that we don't even have time for we picnic. So we have to give them schooling because we want them have sense too. So now we in a predicament where how we can help the youth them without them turn a slave to the system. Seeing that we presented with the schooling system. We have to recreate something now. Hence why I take little more knowledge than what we have. Seeing now when we read is according to international laws that govern over these things, you as an individual, seeing or you as a people can provide the means for your child to get education and situate that at the right education. It just going to call for you to stand on the principles that you're going to learn because people don't know of the right principles to help groom them child. See, me wrap it up in our gist because I never really want to spend time on that. I want to spend time on how if we move because we just want to task them, you know. For show the people this is what we need to do. With the Jamaica, I tell the man them down, they say, look, all you have to do is file the claim on record. Seeing file the claim on record and take back the territories them. Seeing so them people who are come, when they come, them have to pay the people them. Seeing me I try to tell the man them again, say, listen, you don't have to block the road, go beat no. You don't just take the paperwork, say, me send millions of dollars in a list when I file right, when I find right and say in America. and say, look, if we want money to fund the operation, these are the millions of dollars where the government are going to take. Seeing, come and file this thing. File this claim and claim these things. Me I hear a one bag of thing. So me I say, all right, what me I go do now? Me now take it up on myself now. If we go step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so forth. For sure the individuals them personally, how to return, how to claim them nationality. Seeing how to return to them sovereign and the benefits of how to claim them person upon them birth paper so them can activate the bread that is there. Also, me learned yesterday that when you're coming into America, when you have an indigenous identification, as long as you can identify as indigenous, irrespective of the tribe, wherever in the world, if you can identify as indigenous with your identification, you are protected. Seen by contracts we protect indigenous peoples worldwide. Seen, and with that, just to add, I learned that you could come in America as an indigenous people on a boat or on a boat or on land with the indigenous card. Hence, you have the same maroon identification. You can use it and you can come. If you go fly, me learned yesterday how you can get your indigenous passport to fly. So people in Jamaica will feel like me can't take this, me can't go self-determine. You can get this and go there. Seeing which is the indigenous identification. This is what I am stressing. Seeing because as we said, we confused with how we go forward certain way. We want to see a real leadership like, when we take back leadership, we want to see a collective effort. But in this case, we the people don't know how to come together because we were all psychologically fucked up.
Yo, but hold on. Counter General, that me tell you, when you are putting in the work, you cannot think about the people who don't have the work. We have enough people who are awakened right now. Our people are awakened, but the stimulation that they need to move forward is why we're here this morning. We're here to not only awaken our people, but to stimulate them as to what we need done, because we are way at the back of the line, when we should be leading the pack. We are at the back of the line when we should be leading the pack. So no accomplishment that some people are looking at as some great accomplishment. To me, it reminds me of when Christ turned water into wine and some jackass was running up and down and tell people about him do miracle. Him say, no, not a miracle. Because you can't do greater, it's just that you're damn lazy. He's a vagabond.
Yes, I.
You get up and you look for somebody to give you bread every day. You don't want to go learn to bake your bread. We are baking our bread right now. And as far as the infrastructure goes, as simple as it may seem, we have a plan. While the UNC don't have what you call it, they don't have a constitution ready. We go through and get one. Go up on our website. It may look foolish to the people who are well educated, but we're not catering for those people. Because the meek shall inherit the earth, and we are put in place mechanism where my son, when he reached the tender age of 18 and him supposed to have his birthright $1 million, because by right we upon the stock exchange a change every single day. But we don't pay that any mind. Everybody just want to go do a 9 to 5 because them train you like a donkey to get up and do a 9 to 5. So therefore, we, our people, have the mechanism in place. I am calling on everybody who have seen for themselves that the Corporation of Jamaica is fearful. They're very fearful of us. If L.A. Lewis can intimidate them, what do you think Daniel Z. Basra do to them? Drive fear into them. Make Andrew. Yo, the minute people like Daniel Z. Basra, Mark Renaissance, among others, who have the knowledge as to what our people need within the quality of leadership.
Emperor Horus go.
No, Emperor Horus done a set the thing already. He is the one on the battlefield. He's Emperor. Hey, Emperor is doing this groundwork right now that Mark is going to set a foundation on. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you.
Come over, my friend, and to do this.
Mark is already over here. Mark is already over here. We just want to...
Come over. Let me share this knowledge with you, my bros.
We just want to make sure that the lions that are awakened right now, they know which are the buffalo they figure eat. Because our people suffer because of the lack of knowledge in our people. We have an next piece here. If anybody want to join anything, but I have an next piece here what I want to continue because it is amazing.
Yeah, let me touch it.
Yeah.
Let me touch this before you touch it, right?
No long thinking.
just
No
like
long thinking.
Yeah, for real, we cut it short. No, as me I say again, a task, if we're not on a task, a talking till next year. Saying a task we are go for, and that's how me I aim for task, step by step, because for years we are trying to get the step by step. Now again, me I tell you, the task is for the people them know why they need for return and show them why they need for return. Seeing and the benefits. Now me tell the ones them know what we can do here, Gadites, is the next step we can go about is we pull up the documentation, which are claim farms. See now what the claim farms are going to do is go in to identify to the government down there that the Maroon territory is where they are operating on. It not take 17 documents, it just take 1, maybe 2, where you put on record and then it will go in a public policy. Seeing and then you send it to the Prime Minister and you send it to the Governor's office. Seeing and what you think they do, they have to acknowledge it and make it public record and then they have to then give over of the land to the Maroons. Now the reason why they have the Maroons in all kind of segregation is because they know that if they not come together then they can't control the land. And they already know that the land does not belong to the crown. See, in the moment the Maroon them file the papers and the court system say yes, the land is under the territory of there you go, then all of the expenses have to stop. See, and the people whether illiterate or literate, them are going to support you because them finally see you put a stop. No, you're not talking, you file the paper and you put the stop. So Her Majesty could have to go come down for say, what the bumbo clock then do? Them get in the courts, them file the paperwork, you get the territory, boom, 1. Then what you think you do now? Backside in a figure pay up or them have to leave. And next paper, seeing the airport and next paper, it not take 50 and block the road. We thought this for months.
Yeah, but hold on.
Go ahead, my love.
What we're simply saying to our people is, get documented. There's a part on the article that we're referring to this morning, if you're just joining us. We are laying the grounds as to what the significance of this meeting is by the grandchildren of Queen Elizabeth, what it signifies to the indigenous people of the corporation that is registered and captured by the Corporation of Jamaica. There is an article, there's a piece of the story who says, on Sunday, a group of Jamaican business leaders, the vampires them, and other members of society published an open letter to the royals calling for slavery reparation, payment, and an apology for colonizing. This reminds me of when Bustamante and Norman Manley went to the British Empire to kiss their ass and get a so-called constitution written by them, brought back to the people, and we celebrated independence, a bunch of mockery. It says that we see no reason to celebrate 70 years of the accession of your grandmother to the British throne. So they're saying that they're still subject under the corporation, and the subject have the audacity to get up and tell the people who their parents register them to, say them no see you must celebrate this because them own you. You're documentedly owned to them. Your birth paper, it belongs to the crown. So you going up and tell your master what he or she should do don't make no sense. You're putting the cart before the horse. So you're fighting a losing battle. Our people refuse to do the right thing, and that's why we're in bondage. It goes on to say that to the British throne, because her leadership and that of predecessors have perpetrated the greatest inhumane rights tragedy in history of humankind regarding to our people. Then if you realize that you have been treated in an inhumane way, why are you so proud to be included? This is the mockery that these educated jackasses making of our people this morning. Inclusion.
Well, can I say something?
Yes.
Can I say something to you guys?
Continue.
I think the first step is to get rid of the representatives of the Queen out of Jamaica. Because right now, they are the ones that are continuing the oppression of the Jamaican people. So our fight has to be with the soldiers. After you beat the soldiers, then you sign a treaty with the oppressor. You understand that? The soldiers are the government of Jamaica. We cannot lose sight of that.
But we beat them
right
already.
now,
We beat them already
right now, Jamaica. Hold on, Virgin. Right now, the people in England don't know the level of suffering Jamaicans are because the man do them dirty work. See? So we can't dwell upon them. We have to deal with the man who are oppressor right now, and that's the government of Jamaica.
Yeah, but
which is why I'm saying to you, Virgin. Which is why I'm saying to you, right?
Yes.
None of them man there right now now stop no man food. Okay, who are go there do them thing? Them not stop my food, them not stop you.
Who not stopping your food? Who not stopping your food, man?
That's not the boy in England.
Oh,
okay.
Kate and Williams. Okay.
The representatives of that government are the ones that are in Jamaica oppressing us today. They're the ones that are stopping us from marching.
Yeah,
they're the ones that are bringing stuff from that food. Hold on, Virgin.
Oh, Jesus. You put the cat before the ass again, my lord. You're blaming the politicians for policies that you're blaming the politician for policies that is enforced by the crown.
So are you gonna fight the crown before you fight the soldier? Man, come fight the bridge.
But listen me. Hold on, Mark, Honorable. All I'm simply saying is that we bypassed the Corporation of Jamaica already and handed a letter to the Governor General, who is the emissary for the crown.
You can bypass all you want. Right now, the man can send them.
Let me ask you a question.
Them can't send them soldiers right now.
Yo, you are living fear, King. We're not living fear because of freedom or death is our motto. Yeah.
How much time them lock up L.A. Lewis?
It doesn't matter. Them lock up Martin Luther King hundreds of times, and it still didn't stop us.
So what I'm saying to you, brethren, is that we have to deal with the task at hand is to deal with the man who are oppress us. And I'm saying to you, the way forward is to get them out of power and chart our own document.
Mark.
That deals with
the crown.
Mark, that is you fighting 3 times. I don't have that amount of luxury. What I'm simply saying is that the letter that hold on, because the militia, aka the military, belongs to the people. You need to know when you talk to the real thing. Now the police.
How them can brutalize us then? How them can brutalize us then? We are dealing.
Hold on, the reason why the police and the soldiers who are underpaid, and undermined, do such a job is because the governance that are taking care of them is nothing but a bunch of pirates.
You're going on in circles.
What kind of
circles? And then we have to deal with.
May I tell you the solution? You're not here. May I tell you the solution? I am telling you the solution. Mark, I am telling you the solution. I am telling you the solution, but you don't want to hear. You still want to fight with the government. Me not have no fight with the Jamaica corporations because they are not in charge. The crown is in charge. The Governor General is the emissary. What?
How are you going to get to the crown?
Can I say something?
What?
How are you going to get to the crown?
But we have already leave a letter to the Governor General. If he ignores it, the onus is on him, not on us.
You see, there you go again, man. Come on, bro. That's not strategic, bro.
Yo.
They never have meet L.A. Lewis. They never have meet you in person. Him had a letter. You have the man from UIC and a letter to the same people.
Respect for him.
Every man.
Yo. Let me say this to you, my brother and sister. You see, when I was in the British Virgin Islands, and a lot of people was running up and down about Richard Branson, how much they wish they could meet him and he's Sir Richard Branson and all of that thing. And I go over Necker Island before even Member of Parliament get a chance to go over there. You know why? People who considered me irrelevant to Richard Branson, I was so fucking important. You know why? I come clean and straight. You see Prince Williams, you think say him fascinated by beating drums or walking through Trenchtown?
Not at all.
Them people you know what fucking luxury is. But our leaders now trying to deceive our people. Don't want to deal with the read meat on the table. Tell us say they just come in love, man. They come in love. They love us. This hypocrisy needs to stop. Are you so greedy for inclusion? Were you willing to sell another generation for this mockery, people? Are we so gullible? Where our grandparents have it on record, where they have been battered and bruised. But we in 2022, give me the Chris Carr and the Chris House, man. I won't forget about my rights. I live under the privileges of these people. That is where we are. And I say this, that until we take away this we can't do this, or we shouldn't do this servitude attitude where we have been beaten into, some of us, there's no hope. Some of us have no hope. They're going to deal with a gravestone under the corporation. You won't even have the common decency.
Hold on. I'm going to give you a good example that you can relate to right. Hold on, man. I'm going to give you a good example that you can relate to right now.
Yeah.
The government in Kiev. No, hold on. The government in Kiev, Ukraine, the Russians are trying to topple that government.
Because of sovereignty.
Okay, but hold on. You haven't heard this full story yet.
Yeah.
The soldiers that are fighting on behalf of the government are preventing the government of Russia to get to them. So it goes back to my point. You cannot touch the government until you deal with the people who are on the front line preventing from getting to the government. So if you want to get to the Queen and to make changes, you have to deal with the government first. If not, you're wasting your time.
Rubbish.
Waste.
Hogwash. Hogwash.
Okay, well, you lead them.
Hogwash.
You lead them.
Hogwash.
You lead them.
Hogwash. Hogwash. Hogwash.
You lead.
Hogwash. Yes, Michelle. I hope it's not more hogwash. I hope it's not more hogwash, Michelle, because I don't eat pork. I'm not a swine person. No more hogwash. I've entertained enough hogwash from Daniel.
Just love the show, man.
I've entertained enough hogwash from too many intellectuals this morning. My brain has been battered. Please have mercy.
I wonder.
Oh boy.
Yes,
the
Michelle.
majority rules.
What was
I would
that?
think that the majority rules.
In a room. In a room.
I would think that the majority rules. Most of us that is that is what we're saying to you.
Yes.
We depend on the same levels and we are the same way.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you now is that you're saying that no, we shouldn't go through the government. We need to go straight to the crown.
The crown,
right?
yes.
How you gonna get there if them not feel them not gonna listen to you?
Michelle.
Who the hell are you?
Michelle.
Who the hell is L.A. Reid?
Who the hell is Nelson Mandela? Who the hell is Marcus Garvey? Yes.
But just did want to ask that one question here. How much people on the did say around behind I apologize.
For who?
But what them name again? How much people is there around behind them? The princes and princes.
Yeah, that's a grand picnic. That's a grand picnic. Jesus Christ.
Grand picnic them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. My apologies. How much people is there around behind them again?
Only the Corporation of Jamaica officials. They had to be there. They're the known servant. Plus the police. They
Wasn't
also
only the corporation.
Yeah, but how much Jamaican people is behind them?
The massive of people in the corporation called Jamaica is very intellectual. But the Corporation of Jamaica is banking like our Mark bank that if BNP and JLP now do nothing, we're gonna scare the kick and say, here UIC, we want uno. Them days the rascal done. We our people make up our own decision. We see our yard when we want to go up on road, when we want to. And we run this, and we the indigenous, our people are more than awake. But you see for the people them out there who still want to get the spoils and benefit from the corporation to come show off upon them rascal brother and sister, woe be unto them. Woe be unto them.
I don't see it that way.
No, well, mommy, that's just it. That's it. Well, listen to me. All right. I don't know how. You want to get more.
Action speaks louder than word. Actions speak louder than words.
And one more.
And you will forever.
So what that mean?
I'm
What that
gonna
mean? Mark.
Hold on. I'm gonna see nothing where L.A. Lewis I do.
Where ya? Come on for me, Emperor. Go and talk about slow Biden. Who not do nothing.
Show me no action that me can say. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me try that.
Listen me no. Listen me.
Understand?
The stone
Me
that
not see that.
the stone.
I do. It
Yes.
sells some laminated cards.
The stone.
And I tell you that
Hey.
you are sovereign
Can
and
I-
you can't go use that.
Yes.
And when you go down a wharf
Yes.
to go clear your thing, them you still have to pay a tax.
That's a lie.
And tell you bullshit.
That's a
That
lie.
is not a lie.
You don't know
I
how to
somebody
use it.
said got
You
done,
you don't
and they
know.
did-
You
and
don't
they went
know.
down there
You
and they
don't.
didn't- they
You don't
couldn't
know
even
how to
pick up them
apply.
shit
You do
without
not.
paying
You do
taxes.
not. You do not know how to apply your sovereignty, Michelle.
Well, then that's
So
what
tell
I'm
him,
trying
so
to
tell him.
show you.
Again,
You have
still
to
I go
teach
ask.
people before and try to get them into that.
Michelle.
You have to show people
Mich-
where before you even get them into
ask.
for something like
You have
that.
to. You have to
I'm
buy a
saying
book. You have to pay for the book
Because
first before you read it. You can't just do the careless thing. You know what? Go get United States paper,
No, you have to
England
tell me
paper.
the
Or to pay how
All
much
right,
money
good
for the
morning.
corporation. Yes. Yes. Hello. Jesus Christ. Bird's
Come
eye.
and talk about pay. Everybody want money. Everybody want money.
Money is not the problem. Money is not the problem.
Good
So-
morning. What is step by step? What is step by step? Them they not work for me.
Hold on,
Right?
hold on, hold on.
With the
Hold on.
peer. How
Hold
much
on.
poor people you have out there that feel like they are maroons
Michelle.
and indigenous and
Yeah.
can't pay for that shit.
No,
but
it's not
yet
that.
still
It's not
tell them
that.
to come
Hold
up
on.
with
Hold on.
5,000 and
Hold on.
3,000 and
Hold on.
2,000.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
But poor people you see out
this
there
morning-
that cannot afford that.
This morning, I interacted with 10 people. Now, out of the 10 people, where I make the price known to them, some of these professional people are graphic designers, some are lawyers, some are very good professional people. They don't mind paying, but the question was asked, suppose I don't want to pay all this cash, Rascadites. I said, listen me.
No.
I will give you the estimated
That's not what
value.
I'm
Hold on, no. Because
about people
hold on, Michelle.
Ask about the poor people then when I have the money to pay people.
Michelle,
What about that?
relax no. Because the poor people who sell back juices are trade too. I don't look at nobody as poor. I look at people who don't use their blessings in the
You
right way.
understand what I'm saying?
Me understand.
You know
Let
what
me
the hell
done.
I'm
Let me
saying,
done. But let me
Rasta
done. Let me
when you
done.
hear me say poor
Let me done. Let me done.
People who cannot afford it.
Let me finish. The thing about it
Right
is,
now, I'll tell you straight.
Michelle.
Me can't afford to take no loss from
Michelle,
nobody.
Michelle, hold
And
on.
me come look
Michelle,
at your man
you
and
don't
take my
make
money.
last every day, Michelle. You make last
Oh,
by the
you start
corporation
Michelle
every day.
today.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Michelle.
you start
No, me
Michelle.
not start Michelle because through me blaze up Daniel Bees versus with them all hogwash. You come with a bag of hogwash too. But let me say this to you, Michelle.
No, but I will try.
Michelle,
Don't
let
try
Michelle,
it.
Michelle,
Don't put me
Michelle.
there. Don't
Get
even
him,
go
Michelle.
there.
Get him.
Don't go there. All right? Don't get me started. Don't go there.
Michelle.
I have nothing to do with Daniel Boswell. I'm just saying to you
Yeah.
what it is.
But can I explain?
And that's what I'm trying to say to you.
All right.
All me see a man, I
Yeah.
try to make something for him own.
Yes.
I try to make some money for himself.
Yes.
And that's what me see.
All right,
Me not have that
but
money
can
that
I
to
can I
give to
can I answer?
nobody, so.
All right, let me answer. I am going to say this to you. I am happy that you see a man. I see a government because we have 22 offices spread out throughout the planet right now. What I'm simply saying to our people that if Mark is an artist, right, that paints very well. He needs his ID. There's several attributes that Mark has can trade in a barter system to get an ID. We're not hungry for money. Because your 2 cents where you have where you hold on pressure to, you take it go buy a Louis Vuitton bag like a jackass, or you take it and go buy a Nike sneakers. But you're hold on up. Hold on up.
You know when you come by.
Me have put the battery in Michelle back.
Eh?
Me have put the battery in Michelle back today. Yeah. One talk. When I'm done.
So you want
me
to say, Michelle, you see a beautiful woman like you now. What I would expect now is there's a lot of attributes towards you that we can use. You are very intellectual. You're very creative. Me want to know say if you make the T-shirt and me I say a $500 for get my application process go through. Don't tell me you cannot afford it. So get it?
I would like to say
Let me
Michelle,
finish.
you
Let me
can
finish now.
agree. Michelle,
Let me finish. Jesus
Michelle,
Christ.
Michelle, you can agree with me or you can disagree with me, Michelle. I would like to translate what Michelle was trying to say to you, guys.
Yeah.
Michelle can agree, you can disagree. I would like her to do so.
Yep.
What she was just trying to say, Gadites, was that it sounds as if we're leaving one system and going back to another.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But the only thing with this, the only difference with this is that one of the corporation give you privilege while one gives you rights.
But minister, no kind of rights because right now where the frick is it's L.A. Lewis. What is he doing?
Why are you based? Hello, Michelle, take out that. Michelle.
And talk about this maroon thing.
Michelle.
And then I say
Michelle would like to see the documents. Everyone, Michelle would like to see the documents.
Which one of the documents? Which one of the documents you want?
Travel upon
all
that.
of them is possible.
Before me going to it, me not like to see you go to immigration, travel upon that ID. More to see you go down on the wharf. More to see you go collect wherever you have to collect and not pay no taxes. More to see you do things on that particular ID when you want to spend my money.
All right. Well, listen to me. Maybe you should. Next time I go to the Western Union, I'm going to. I think I have a tape here. I'm going to send it over to your desk. That's one of my challenges. Next time I get stopped by the police, I purposely go into videotape it because he who have eyes and can't see me if I open for them, yeah, for them. You know, all I yampy come out of people, yeah, this morning. Cause me not come around and come pretty up, nothing where birds I try. I support you. I put back battery. Me not put no battery in nobody bag. Everybody have them one battery.
Why did they lock him up then? Why did they lock up L.A. Lewis?
Because the corporation have something named Force. I guess you don't know about it.
Yeah, I know about it. That's why I said. That's why I said we have to deal with it.
What is a force? What is a force, Mark?
Anybody would come with superior power to what we have is force.
No, a force is something that forces you against your will. So the corporation over the last 60 years in particular, because they have dragged this independence muggery over your eyes and colonize you and become your assistant, they force you. You notice you want to take a child out of school and tell us you can't do because the birth paper give them right. Until you go back and change where your mother and father was tricked into, you're a subject. You're a servant.
Here, tell us all. Grab that.
But if me look at you and me tell you right now that me feel like the same thing as L.A. Lewis I tried to.
You can always feel that way. You can always feel that way.
For the step by step for doing all of these documentation, I am still asking.
Let me put it in the chat.
How to start this thing? I keep hearing Gadites telling me that he's going to send me information to my desk.
What?
And my desk still not has received any information.
No. I did send you the piece the other day on Jackie. Don't even go there, bird's eye. You're looking at
No. I don't want you not about Jackie. You're talking about sovereignty, and that's what I want information on. Don't touch me up, Gadites.
Jesus Christ. Michelle, what happened this morning? Somebody drink mad puss piss or what? Because the show hot like a fire.
Fire for mad puss piss is one Gadites in the morning here.
What if I drink the mad puss piss this morning?
Jesus, strong lion.
I never heard that one before, but I never heard that one. That's a Jamaican one?
Yeah, mad post piece. You don't know mad post.
Oh my gosh. No Rasta.
Bring the mad puss piss this morning. Eh?
Yeah, boy, I don't know who serve. I don't know who serve a buckle of mad post piece, but boy, people mad this morning to Rasta.
No, I am not mad, I am not mad. It's the fact that you're calling back to speak on this same topic, and the fact that you have said this over and over on the radio station in front of everyone, that you're going to send me these things. These documentation step by step as to how to do this process, and I still have not received anything to my desk from
the thing about it, Bird's Eye, you've been having dinner and lunch with us for a while now, right? And we prepare the food and everything, and you want us to share it out, bring it over, open your mouth and crunch it for you and push it in. We're going force feed you. Let me send it over. I am sending it over.
Whoa, you're gone too far now. Gone too far. We come again, selector. Hold on. you know, that is the thing where I'm just trying to say to you that even though we have spoken about these things on the radio station in front of our audience and so forth, I still need to know what the step. I don't know about it or what it is. What me for do? What me for do? Hold on, no, God, me I wait for my here tomorrow morning. Send me the plane. I will be right at your doorstep tomorrow evening to collect this information, since that is what you want me to do. No problem, sir.
Birdseye, I respect your service. I will get to that work immediately. For those who want to get the documents also, it's quite easily to go over to the Nyankopong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories.com and click on it, and it will highlight all of the missions that we've been preparing. Because they say heights of great man reach and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but maybe while Birdseye and Michelle was sleeping, I was tiling through the night. I'm going to get...
You're going to have to repeat that name again because you stumbled twice while you were saying that address. You're going to have to speak that .com again because you fumbled twice. So I don't know necessarily if the D before the I or the... Come again.
Strong Lion, you were saying something, Strong Lion, guys.
No, you see what you said. You see what you said just now.
Yes.
What you said just now about the What repeat that again about heights that repeat that for me, please.
Heights by great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they while their companions slept toiled upwards through the night.
Okay, so you trying to tell me? Hold on now. So you trying to tell me say rich people them don't sleep, but only people that must work 9 to 5 is sleep. Because whilst we sleeping, they do 9 to 5. They fucking count their money whilst we sleeping.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a serious vibe.
The stock market never stopped work yet. You know, it's always working. Even while we have this royal enterprise, this royal visit down there, the stock market is making money while they're playing drums. Let me finish off piece more of this because it's a very interesting read here. It says there.
A question real quick. One question real quick. It might be personal. I don't know.
No, carry on.
Do your son have the
Maroon ID?
as well? Yeah.
My son has documents like him have a indigenous card, but his birth paper is what I'm waiting on right now because I'm shifting over his birth paper. We're still using the corporation paper in the United States of America because our sovereignty override all corporation. But because when they come now in the latter days and they're going to say, give me your pick name, I'm going to say, hold on, the see birth paper, yeah, see indigenous ID, yeah. So you have to go talk to my indigenous rights now, not the corporation. But as I said, keep your documents. Just make sure you have a next one because fun and joke aside, people, these people are not going to give us any liberation anytime soon. But with them acknowledging that we are helping ourselves, we stand a chance. We stand a fair chance of getting
We stand a better chance, sir. We stand a better chance if we empower our people to change the government. Once we change the government, we can take a more proactive approach to where we want to be. So when we wait on this freaking these pirates up north, you be waiting forever, my brother.
As I said to you,
I'm
Mark,
60 years old. Listen, I'm 60 years old, boss. I'm an independence baby.
Yeah.
See, and I am technically not free, but as you know, I'm a free man because I do whatever the hell I want to do.
Your last name is Freeman. Your last is I never know that your last name was Mark Renaissance Freeman.
Brethren.
Yeah, brethren.
Nobody stop me from doing the brethren. We're going to want to go.
Yeah, but if you don't fully documented, you can't go certain place. You know that too.
Who said that?
Go to the airport without your passport right now and see if you can take a plane.
Well, let me see you.
No, do not switch this question around. You say a while ago he's a Freeman and he's not Morgan Freeman. I never know you change your last name. He's not a Freeman, he's a citizen of the corporation.
Yeah, well, he's saying the same thing, Rascal.
No, I have an indigenous tribal ID. Mark doesn't have one.
Right.
But your tribal ID doesn't give you any special benefit with the money you have.
What was that, people? I'm not. One at a time. One at a time, people. One at a time.
Your ID doesn't give you any special privilege with what I have.
show me that you's a Freeman too.
No, my last name is not Freeman. I never said I was a Freeman. I said I'm an indigenous Maroon.
Indigenous Maroon. You're Indigenous Maroon.
Yes.
Identification.
Documents. I'm gonna.
I didn't want to touch on the flying with the indigenous when I'm finished.
What we want to know is we want to see you fly out.
Hold on. Let Council General.
Like you want to go to Mecca right now. You want to see a flight going to Mecca.
Council General, can you address the flying of on the papers of the tribal ID? Could you step in for me, because I'm looking for my papers.
Yeah, no problem. I will leave a dialogue now just to get to it. I remember saying it on the last convo with me and Mark when I was saying, did you know they can fly on the tribal ID? Now I went some more in depth over here in the United States. And when I read on the website with the district, what they call it, Department of Homeland Security and DOS, right? They acknowledge and recognize indigenous tribal members. You have 560 tribes here now recognized by the federal government. Now what the federal government, that federal really represents treaties, contracts, right? And the state is different. Now, what happened with traveling as indigenous now? You can use an identification and enhance the tribal card. Could be used to travel on land and sea, meaning in the territories, if you're on land and sea, just across the borders, you can use the actual enhanced card. Enhanced means it is RFID or it is chipped. Our identification card have that little thing on it, which makes it enhanced. Now, when it comes to flying in the air, I was saying, when it comes to the crossing at the port, they did that thing because of 9/11. See, then I'm talking about America. They did that thing because of 9/11 with the Western Hemisphere, they call it WHTI, Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative, I think it named. Saying whereas they say you can't use the tribal identification card per se, you have to have the passport. Now, how you get the passport is just you file a typical passport, but you're going to file as a non-citizen national. Non-citizen means slave, national means ethnicity. Seeing, so you're a non-slave ethnic group. Passport, that's what you're going to get. And so you're gonna have the indigenous card and the passport, so you can move around and they won't hinder you. And they allocate specific persons at each airport when coming into the States to pre-pass you, so you don't have to go through TSI. Seeing they pre-pass you. Seeing, as me say, I hope that help. Go ahead.
Has anyone
You're a lot of noise.
Has anyone validated that process that you just outlined?
It's coming from the government, the corporation.
Has anyone
already validated? The question that he's asking is, has anyone validated that?
What do you mean by validated? What do you mean?
Has anybody gone through the process and gotten in the United States with your procedure?
No, it's not my procedure, and I'm telling you, you could look at yourself.
I don't care whose procedure. It could be God.
No, but you have to go and do your homework. You have to go and do your homework, Mark. You have to.
No, hold on. People are doing it right now. The Manchurians doing it. The Moors are doing it. The 500 and odd tribes do it.
But listen to me. But what I'm trying to say is that these documents, when I'm up, it probably go through it probably go through a process with federal or either the international.
The United Nations ratify our standing, Michelle. You know that, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I just explained to you that the policeman pulled me over, and the policeman said that the United States is a part of the United Union, and if the United Nation they have a treaty for indigenous people, every country that is making up to build up this union, this nation, they adhere to it. Only we as people are still following, because the corporation, it's in the best interest of the corporation to keep you in the dark.
And just to add to that, the United Nations declare that his self-identification is fundamental. Yes. The cricketer have to say, I'm a cricketer. They're not going to say, are you a cricketer? No, they're going to ask you based on the status they want you in.
Yeah, who are you?
Right.
That's why, Michelle, when you're traveling and you see all these boxes with Asian, Portuguese,
African, American, black, white, you're not none of those.
Yeah, you need to create your box. Create your box and tick maroon. Let them ask the question. Michelle, you have to be bold enough to question your way forward.
I really, if I'm filling out an application, do I put I don't put down black on it?
What do you put down? African?
Yeah, I tell you sometimes. No, I don't put. I put down other, and that's it.
No, you can't do that. Your right as a person is being other. There's no such thing as other. That's a trick question.
See the indigenous on there for you to select.
Yes. Well,
so I put
that was done. That was done by design too. Just to cut you, sorry. That was done by design. Hence why they're using electronic signatures just to help waive people's rights. So when you sign online, you have to be careful. You have specific ways how to do it. So you don't waive your rights. When they don't put the box, it was, as I said, planned by design. Go ahead, my friend.
So tell me something now. So when you put down that you're indigenous, isn't there a question after the fact that they ask you probably for some kind of ID number?
That's when your tribal ID. That's when your tribal ID kick in. Actually, if you have one. If you do have one, Michelle, which I don't, you have, because you're so stubborn with the process. But if you have all of these mechanisms and you tick a box mark indigenous and they have the audacity to say, what kind of indigenous? They say, hold on, Nyan Kapong. It is not for you to know their rights. They're doing a job. Let them work for it, Michelle. Come on.
Yeah. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
These are business applications or whatever for me to do my business, right? What I'm trying to say now, so the ID that you guys, not the ID, the document that you guys carry. So when we check off now on the application, indigenous, right? The application will come back with a slot that you have to put in some kind of numbers or whatever. That is on the ID.
Michelle, everything that is on your government paper is transfer. As I said to you a while ago, the corporation gives you privilege, but what your indigenous rights give you is rights. You have rights to question the jurisdiction of the courthouse. You have rights to question the public servants of the corporation. And the politicians know that. They know this. You are actually implementing your true self, not the straw man. The straw man is what they have you banking on. You pay all the bills to the straw man, but you don't live in the house.
Boom. And the straw man is the R capital name on the bird paper. I just found out step by step how to come out and claim the straw man while acting as a sovereign. That's what I just broke down this morning. And yesterday I broke down step by step how to claim your nationality like in the States. As you said, me assign a farm, how me I go identify as indigenous. Now you have a step-by-step process. You go to the courts in your area, the county in your area, and you go to a specific office, and it now go take you 10 minutes with an affidavit. As a sovereign, you file an affidavit, which is you saying in truth that I am Nyan Kapong, or I am Swazi, or I am Ray, and I'm no longer Ray. They have a specific template you can use, and we could get the persons.
Daniel said he was going to send it to me, so I went online and tried to find mine. Because as Michelle and Birdseye are saying, we don't just want to talk, we want to empower our people with the power. Because this is real power we are talking about. This ain't no fairy tale.
Exactly. We just want it step-by-step process instead of bulk of information that we will get in. Now we need step-by-step, and may I break down step-by-step, saying what should be done. For your nationality, you have to do a particular process. Seeing if you're there in the island of Jamaica, you can do it there. You do it in the States, you do it in Canada, wherever. Seeing now is a process. You go, you register with the courts, with the county clerk, which is for records, common law records. You go down there, you put your affidavit on record. Now anything go on record are going to become automatic public policy. If you run a referendum, the corporation cannot involve because they are not even called into that meeting. It is common law. So when you go now and you register your affidavit outlining in truth under perjury that whatever I said above here is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the name of God and so forth, that is called the jurat. Where you are declared what you're saying is truth. Seeing, so when you declare in truth and you file it with the county clerk, be it in a Cornwall, Middlesex, or Surrey, or any county in the states or anywhere, when you file it now, it gone on record, then you ask for like several copies. And the copies where you get now, you're going to send one to the president office, you're going to send one to the Supreme Court, you're going to send one to the Marshal office, you're going to send one to, I think, a Homeland Security, you're going to send one to the sheriff. Seeing, these are copies where you're going to get from the county clerk free. Seeing, and it now take you up there. Seeing, I just start break down the process. Seeing, when you send these now, then you can operate. When you're ready for travel, you can use the indigenous card. Seeing, and then what you have to do is you have to take charge of the straw man. So when them bill you, you know how to send it back and make them take the money from the straw man account. Seeing a three steps in a three set of steps basically. And I never know this. All of my counseling and my reasoning with the knowledge. Seeing, and now as I say, I want to break it down. Now with the monies to provide people who might not be able to get them indigenous identification. Because why we need the indigenous identification is to go into a higher capacity, is to return, to our capacity that we was in before we went under contract through the birth certificate. Seeing now what that does is when we go back to Winam now, then we now can file according to the indigenous constitution where we under for escheatment funds. Escheatment funds are all of the funds them what the government take every year from persons unaware through bank balances and all kind of excess means are means where they left funds in accounts, and the government owned by Her Majesty is taking these energies or these monies from the people for them. Yes.
Big man, right now I head it rest. The amount of steps you talk about take.
Yeah.
Right now, you give me a headache. When I said to you, brethren, when I said to you, right, it sounds very, no disrespect, kind of convoluted and very, very, very difficult. Let me tell you something, right? Me, I moved out. I've been to Russia. In 6 years ago, I went to Russia, St. Petersburg, went to every country on the Baltics, in the Baltic region. Went to England as well, met with what's her name? The High Commissioner of Britain, but Asamba. Seeing about some things I was doing in England, right? And I've met with a brother who created reggae sauce in England there, because I'm in the sauce business as well. I met all these people. I traveled. When I wanted to go to a store, I had to get what they call a Schengen visa. If you're a United States citizen, you don't have to get that. As a Jamaican citizen, you have my green card for over 40 years. See, I want a green card when it expire, right? I never saw the need to get to become a citizen. When I went to Jamaica about 4 years ago, brother looked at me and said, "Hey, boss, Mr. Cameron, your green card is older than me. Do you plan to become a citizen or what? What's going on here?" I said, "Well, my green card don't expire, so it means I can travel like I normally would." He said, "Well, you have to do biometrics, because this is when you're like 17 years old. You're now 60 odd."
And Mark, you're the same with me. I had to do
that. And what I'm saying to you, I had to do this. I had to do this.
It's a green card. It's a green card. Me, I refuse to become a citizen. To become a citizen.
So hold on. So here I'm now, right? They put a hole on my green card. Them pinch it. I say, you can, you're going to have to change it because it's no longer valid. All right? Now, I have two decisions. I have a decision to make. If I want to continue traveling to the United States, I'm going to have to renew my green card, which I did. It is going to be up in about 2 years. So I got another 10-year extension on my green card. Now, when I look on what this gentleman is talking about as far as the process to get this maroon card, Let me tell you
the
something,
man
brethren.
not tell about maroon card. The man not tell you about the process of getting your benefits when you get your maroon card. Your maroon card is not a hard card to get.
Which includes travel, right? That includes travel, right?
Yes, sir.
So what? It includes travel, right?
Yeah, but when you get your documentation, right?
No, hold on. Let's stick to it one at a time.
Yeah.
It includes travel, right?
If what includes your document?
The maroon card, the documentation includes travel, right?
Yes, it's a global ID.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I would really love to get a maroon card that allows me to bypass this process from this Babylon system. See? Now, if you can prove to me, I have many people that follow my program and follow what me I deal with. Yeah. If you can prove to me that you can right now me I ship some bumper go Jamaica for my Jeep. See? Yeah. If you can clear my bumper, brethren, with your maroon card, I'm sure one of you better people that can deal with it. You have a lawyer right behind you right now. I tell that right now, brethren.
All right.
See? If you can do that, I'm my name.
Yeah.
And you're whoever name you want to do it, and clear my bumper them when me have my Jeep. You have my full support. But until then, we're just talking.
All right. Can you give me a minute? You just asked me to turn water into wine, which you think is a miracle. I'm simple. I'm simple saying to you. Hold on, Mark. With no disrespect, you sound like a prostitute a while ago. Because guess what? You're not asking what you can do for self. You're asking what self can do for you. You are asking for your indigenous ID. Hold on, King. Instead of you get your indigenous ID and go out there, go test the water. You want me if you go fry fish and come back and tell you how the isle is done.
No, but you are.
No, that's what I want. Yo, I'm done here, man. Done.
No, but
done here, man. Done. Me say me get Jesse on the line. When it's about some people are nothing more than a bunch of people. All right. Michelle, done.
That's what you're doing.
Done.
Hold on. You guys, in the water.
Yes, sir.
And you say the water is fine.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So me want to go in the water too.
Yeah, but you can't swim. You can't swim, Mark. You have to go learn to swim first. You're not. Hey, Mark. You don't even have a scuba up on your back. You have to drown down here. A deep water me in a Mark. I not test the water.
Okay, but
I swim in this. So you see, hold on, Michelle. You need to get a dinghy before you come in the water. You have a dinghy?
No mercy.
Me have all of that.
You don't have none. You don't have no dinghy. Right now, you're going to drown in the water if you come in there because you don't know if you swim.
What I'm trying to do is that you are trying to sell a product.
No.
You are trying to sell a product. Yes, you are.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Michelle, the United Nations. You know, hold on. The United Nations. Hear how shallow the argument has gone now. The United Nations has come to the understanding that the injustice of our people is from a cooperative point of view. Now, with recognizing that, they said, let us free the shackle. The only way to free the shackle is to come from underneath the corporation because they have subjugated to their... Hold on. Yo.
But the thing is that I'm willing to do it, but I'm not going to go into this shit blind eye.
Listen me now, Michelle. Michelle, nobody is telling anybody not to get there or get their indigenous ID. It's the right by you. You're born out to your mother. And no corporation had a right to register you and kidnap you. You have been kidnapped. You are a common slave walking around for the corporation.
Well, if you want,
I walk by side, not by foot.
Yeah, don't get your driver's license upon the road when you go and make them stop you and see where you get.
I walk by sight, not by feet.
You don't walk, you drive. You drive by sight.
Check this out from me.
Yes, sir.
Check this out from me. Let me say something, right? I drop in the new box. You know the box here on the WhatsApp for this the station.
Yes.
I drop a video in there in the same light here.
Yes,
Why don't everybody go check with that video and then drop something in that box there? Because that video. Listen. If you check the video can give you a good idea. I mean, this something was taking place in my country, Bahamas. It would been going on from then even to right now, still going on. I watched that video and I was highly upset, man. It upset me for this morning. You guys go and check with the video and you will see how so important sovereignty is, especially when I have to do with I and I as a people. That really bugged me, man.
I wish.
So you guys check it out.
Hold on. I just get somebody a while ago, a Moore, who was just said, I've been using my travel documents in England. We have to trust ourselves. Let me see if I get let me see if we can send out my digits right now. And because Michelle, this is what I'm not here to make anybody feel like turning water into wine is any great miracle. That is bull crap right now. I don't even think raising the dead is a miracle. I think right now
I don't believe in a miracle.
What was that?
I don't believe in miracles.
Well,
things happen because it happened, and that's just
it's
it.
not so. No. This is not a careless approach. Not going to work, Michelle. Things that just happen to every action bring a reaction.
If I saw it for happen, I saw it for go. No care all you try for go. Saw it for go.
You know what, Michelle?
That's just what it's supposed to be at that time, and that's what me.
Them say fire there must steal and think a cool breeze.
You avoid it. If I saw it written for it to go down, I saw it. I'll go down. Okay?
Brethren, add me, send me a number.
What I'm trying to say to you is that I want to see proof.
Yes.
And my proof is me seeing someone travel and that. Listen. I listen to a brother named Sabir Beer. All right?
Yeah.
All right? I'm gonna listen to him. Me and Sabir go back from when? And Sabir travel on his theme more paper.
Yeah.
When him go to, he travel to Spain, him travel all over the place. When him go to, him identify himself as an American more. Okay?
So may I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? It is the said premonition that he's using that we're using too. It's just that we're not forceful with it. Under the United Nations, all person who identified as indigenous tribal nations are respected. So it's not a miracle what the Moors are doing. And the Moors are not more tangible than we. We have a 1738 treaty that stands up until its very time. This is not a drill, people. This is real. Report to the battlefield now, because we can't sit down and figure more or less that the corporation is doing the best for us. If it was doing the best for us, we would not be at this crossing.
That's a serious thing what you say. That's not about battlefield, because there's another front in the fight. You see, there's another front right here.
You just said to Mark that Mark tried to him sound like a prostitute. No, that's not what he's trying to do.
You want me to give you something that you don't pay for? You want me to clear things on my maroon ID for you who don't want to get one, so I can prove to you that it worked? How careless can I get? That's like telling my child to go out there and do things that I don't want to do to get the benefits. That is utter hogwash, man. You don't come around intellectual people with those hogwash.
What am I trying to say? Him want to see that it really worked before it even jumped.
And as a leader, and this is even what. No, but this is what.
Let me go ahead and do this.
No, but this is what hurts more. Mark is vying for leadership. He has to lead by example.
Hey, listen, man. I walk by sight, by faith. Get that shit right. Get that shit straight.
Yeah, but big up Mark. Don't play around, man. Mark is a serious man there. Don't play around. Don't ramp it, Mark.
All of my friends are a liar.
By sight, not by faith.
Listen me. Faith, Hope, and Grace and Mary is my relatives, you know, and I don't even check them both time because I have too much power. But on a serious note, people, this is where we're at. We're at a crucial decision route. And, I have some more. I was trying to get Jesse on board but it doesn't. Bird Eye is back with us.
Bird Eye is back with us.
I thought you said you was gonna bring on Emperor Louis or whatever.
I'm trying to get Emperor, but right now his phone is like on. Let me tell you, his phone right now. Can I put up the effects, people? His phone is on. I think the Criminal News Network has just finished interviewing him, Fox and everything. This is a big thing for us, I tell you, the jump in connection for the ID is a very interesting one. And I know that our people, they're very inactive. They're not proactive. And it's my job to stimulate them and push them over the cliff with the parachute upon them back so them learn to fly. Because some of them just sit down like some little lazy people. I said, when will God save us? Why hasn't God saved us? Birdseye, I think I heard that from Birdseye the last time she was on. She was asking for a savior.
You'll get Birdseye.
I don't really want to savior, Virgin. I'm the one is my bumper to clear the water. That's not dealing.
Yeah, look at opportunity. Better call one of your friends in the corporation because they have the ways and means to give spoils and benefit. The Nyankopong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories is here to not to give you fish, but to teach you how to fish. Come and get your ID and go out and bring back fish to the nation. The nation need your mark.
I will pay your representative to clear my color.
You're breaking
I'm
up.
paying for proof.
You're breaking up.
I'm paying for proof.
You can't no. You can't walk into no bakery and tell them, give me a bread, me eat it, and then if it tastes good, me pay your feet. Mark that sort of prostitute. Mark that sort of prostitute political habit has to be. Not to me. Those Michelle. And this is why Michelle, show me the bread shop. Show me the bread shop that they can go in and eat the bread and then tell them if it not tastes good enough pay feet. Show it to me. National, which one? Captain's Bakery.
If me blood clean that go buy a bread in a public
Leave Michelle alone,
If me go in a public to my supermarket right now, me buy something and me take it home and me open it up and me pour it out and me say, me not like this, but bring it right the ass back and me get back all of my money.
Mark and Michelle, I want to say this to both of you, that in this crucial time, I refuse to play dolly house with our people. Our people's future is a very serious thing. And I need you all to test the water. Test the water so we can move forward. Michelle, the gate is closing because we're at 5:35 now. And I've encouraged the Emperor because we have to make it more security proof to carry to 1,000 because the US papers is a 2005, I think it is. British is over that. The MacD's from the Moor is 6,800. So I think that you people who are sitting in the peasantry of your poverty need to uplift yourself and come on board. I'm not saying you, Michelle, is feeling for it because I know that you're well financially secured via your links.
Yo.
Yes, I. yes, Michelle. Yes, Birdseye.
Behave yourself.
The man say peasantry.
Yeah, but listen to me. We are so.
That's real though.
Yeah,
that's real though.
We are used to. The reason why the corporation can treat us like commoners is because the very word that's the Commonwealth. Look at the word that they choose to describe our people. The Commonwealth. The audacity of these educators buffoon to think that we, our generation of our grandparents, have bled and sweat to put us where we are right now is going to accept this sort of peasantry. We refuse to do that. We cannot do that. That's why nothing is going to stop short of our liberation. And as I said, we don't need to take on the corporation because the corporation fall beneath the crown. You don't throw your pearls among swine. My grandma taught me that much. So we want to have an audience with the grandchildren of the oppressors. And tonight is the night where fly high, fly low. Some dopey go and bring some message down there. Don't ramp with it. A heavy science we rolling right now. And we done gone in a number 5 burying ground from over 3 weeks now. Resurrecting our people because we're fighting this physically and spiritually, educationally and health-wise. People, if you're afraid of voodoo, don't come in the Nyanka Punk. That is our main source. Spiritual warfare. I done light a candle from last night, a white one, and I burn another one with a duck feather. Take out on a candle and burn them people. Rap on the head. Sing praises to a spiritual God for liberation because man can't save us. But he will use even the very dumb among us to liberate us. And I give thanks for every single stone that come into this slingshot for slew Goliath. Wake up, man. Mark, where there? I hope Mark not sleeping.
I'm there.
Well, bird's eye the road there talk about Camille porridge a while ago to feel like some. Oh, I'm to your bird's eye.
But I need some right now.
Yes.
I need some right now.
But I drink some right now too. You know what I mean?
That's what you give me an idea. You have been giving me an idea because I'm breakfast said, I'm going to cook some Camille porridge right now.
Yeah,
with some more.
Tell everybody have to Camille porridge.
I mean, I remember say corn was used in the land called Kemet to save our people, you know, from the farming.
Whoa, you think you're nice, guys?
Well, I'm the same kind of corn no more now because we even have to be careful on the corn where we eat right now.
What is
Michelle is scientist.
Michelle, give me no break, you know. No break at all. What was that?
Pesticide is real.
But definitely, you know, my aim really talk. Go ahead. My aim really adjust as I say, I willing to step forward. I willing to chart the course. If I fly upon the plane and do all of that, that's what I do right now. I line up everything. So when I step out and fly and do certain things, which is just the minimal, them they are the least. May I tell you, to cross borders and vet in front of the authorities is the least. See, we want to so can get money in the people in pocket. See, money in the people in pocket, and that's what I bring to the table. Because people can't buy ID if they don't have no money. See, I don't see it. I don't see it. So I have put forward initiatives before, and I can say it again. I find the means of how to find the monies to help people. Ferrati Clark can purchase the IDs based on the information we get. You understand me? How can Ela Blazer go do that? Based on the knowledge. And me say, and that's because I return to my sovereign. Saying and being a sovereign. If you don't want to be a young people, you can be sovereign by yourself, you know. You can be sovereign as a group, but at the end of the day, you have to identify as a nation. That's how we United Nations say. Hence why we say you don't need one kind of, you don't need the entity that existed before the government.
County General, hold on, the County General. We have London on the line right now. Califerkel is aware of the visit down Jamaica by the Royals. I think our Maroon office also is coordinating. Califerkel, top of the morning, Grand Rising. I think it's afternoon over by you right now.
Yeah, man. Greetings. Big up Fresh Radio Vibes. Big up everybody with up on the line. Council General, Mr. Miller.
Bless, my lord.
Mr. Miller up there. Who else we see up there?
We have Michelle. We have Strong Lion from Bahamas.
Michelle. Queen Michelle.
Yes. We have Mark
Hello.
Renaissance, man.
Bless up.
Yeah.
Peace.
Who else we have up there?
Bird's
Big up
Eye.
everybody, yeah, man.
Bird's Eye and
I.
Yo, Kali.
Big up everybody.
Kali, we need to pay some attention to Bird's Eye as she made that out. She have a release, we need to send it come give over there. We're talking about the...
yeah, man, bless.
Well, you been listening or you want us to bring us up to par? Because, you know what I mean? You can't
up to par.
Yeah, the royal visit at this crucial time and the letter that was presented to the Governor General by the Nyanka Pong. And of course, you've seen the tape where the corporation servant Bobsy Greens have assaulted the Emperor L.A. Lewis and we're filing charge. What do you feel about these things?
Well, I mean, I know it seems like people just decide this corporate thing, this corporate society people, and then decide to just keep violating people's rights and just to push them way through. But I don't know, it need to sort out, need to stop.
It has to. You are living in the UK and you have some people on the ground, some of the bushwadies, as we may call them, saying that the population of Jamaica of Maroon should have come out and give a warm welcome to the grandchildren of the oppressors. What's your take on that? You think that is sentiments that need to be put out or is hogwash?
Why, you know what I say? I'm not really seeing that. If you say the maroon, the maroon people should come out and because, you know, we are not, the maroon people is not part of that society at all. So we're not supposed to get involved in that. That is their thing, you know?
Yeah, but they're using the understory as to you being a subject of the Corporation of Jamaica as to what Bobsy Grange assaulted the Emperor yesterday in public form, telling him that the show is not about him, a commoner, as to Bobsy Grange, who served the Queen and the heir to her throne, assaulted the Emperor. And this sort of sympathy that we see people showing towards the corporation servants, it's appalling. Because this could happen to anybody. The last time the pandemic was out, you have servants in the police force licking out people's teeth because they didn't have on masks. This sort of inhumane, uncivilized approach by the corporation.
Physically attacked him. She physically.
Yes, she put her hand on him in an aggressive way, and I think we need to make an example of these servants. You cannot do that.
Yeah, me need to be up to par on that. Me never see she physically assault.
Yes, she came over.
What?
She came over after several other media houses was there. If we fall under the capacity of media houses, how they try to demise us, when the man was in full status as the Emperor of the Maroon, the sovereign Maroon global tribal nation, he was in full capacity of its office. And she disregarded that because she thinks that he's a joke, like several people who believe that this that we're doing is some joke. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is real. And we intend to carry it. We intend to take it to the four corners of the earth and let people know so we're not a joke thing around here. So our liberation is not.
So, Council General, what's your opinion on that? What can we do about that? Or what should we do?
You want to get the intake from Neil Ablaze, Council General?
Yes, sir. What is the view that's all?
He's not.
He's not. Sip on some tea right now and send sick from.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed the baby right now or something. Yeah, hey, it's a multitasking. You know.
I'm not talking about Council General. I'm talking about L.A. Lewis.
No, you listen. L.A. Lewis is not the Council General. L.A. Lewis.
Him about the pass out and him about.
Let me play the tape because as you speak, Michelle, I just got a tape from the desk a while ago where the Emperor has visited the Trenchtown police station. He's sipping on some hot water. I saw it on the video, and the police assure him that they're going to take a statement. Now, if this will just be another showpiece to show that they laugh at us because we don't have rights, we only have privilege. It shows that we have serious problem on the board. Michelle, are you waiting until we have a central civil unrest in the Corporation of Jamaica before you draw the line in the sand?
I don't want to put me on no spot, you know. I'll let you know what it is.
Okay, Mark, are you waiting for civil unrest or do you want us to go through these diplomatic channels as what we're doing? Because we can't take it to the machete and the other things that we have in the cane field. You know? We are marooned, wild and untamed.
I've already gave you a guideline that is very simple, very easy to deal with. Get rid of these bastards who run the country. We're good. Yeah, but you don't want to listen.
Mark,
you don't want to listen.
Yeah, but I just said to you a while ago, Mark, we taking on our own maroons in the law enforcement department is like a dog biting his tail. You can't do that.
Yeah, well, we're not taking on. Listen, me. Yes. We want to get to a point where the UIC runs the government and we will tell those guys what to do because we're the one that pay them. You understand that?
You know that
that's where Paul comes from.
Do you know that the Royal Constabulary Force fall under the order of the Governor General, Mark? You know that the government of Jamaica cannot order the police out on the road?
Let me tell you. So who are the way you call it? Those whatever you call it?
Hold on. They went into Parliament and the criminal government. Hold on. The criminal government passed an act as far as that operation that they're calling. But any state of emergency that's been called in the island of Jamaica under the corporation had to go to the Governor General. I thought you know that, Mark.
Guess what?
Yes,
anybody who we have to do what we say them for do. You understand
Hogwash.
And we not telling them.
Michelle,
we in government.
You have to agree with me on this one, Michelle. Mark is talking hogwash.
What are you talking about, man?
Michelle,
You look like you know what-
Michelle, you need to agree with me that Mark is talking hogwash. If there's no time at all.
Also,
because the Royal Constabulary Force, which means that it has a monarchy at the top of it, and the Prime Minister is truly not a monarchy. He's a servant of the crown. And in any country, in any of the 52 Commonwealth country, do your mathematics, they're all addressed as royal, meaning that
it's a constabulary force, my brother.
Boss.
Not right.
Boss. Listen to me. Jamaica works under the crown. And no matter how you pretty it up, Mark, me still I tell you, say he's nothing more than a subject. And the subjugated of you to the Corporation of Jamaica by its rules and laws and regulation is what we're talking about. We want rights and not privilege, Mark. If the UIC is going to come and give us more privilege, they can take it and wipe the you-know-what. The people are sick and tired. Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Them not go post your rights in a letter in a bridge. You have to go strategically take it. I mean, I tell you.
Hogwash.
We have to tell the same thing over and over again.
Mark, hogwash.
We have to be in government to make the change that you're talking about.
Mark, the
only and there's something that you're not considering. I said to you.
No, you can't.
Let me talk now, Bridget.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I said to you in terms yesterday that every candidate of the UIC has to be validated by the people in their constituency. We do not select candidates. So when we get into power, we are by the will of the people. We're not like PNP and GAP was select candidates and that represent party.
What's the difference?
So
What's the difference? What's the difference?
The difference is that we're getting rid. We're charting a new document, or if you want to call it a constitution.
You are in the making of it. You don't have one yet.
That protects individual rights. That protects our equal opportunity under the law, a law designed by Jamaicans and not by our colonizers. Everything is going to change. It's a true revolution, Virgin, without guns and bullets.
Yeah.
But hold on there.
Legal aid, step in. Mark, let our legal aid
hold on there. But I heard the Council General on a previous conversation, yeah, that was advising Mark, with all due respect, my brother, sorry for cooking for your conversation, but you cannot have a constitution that is not abide with the corporation until we become a republic.
Let me answer that.
You have to be a sovereign nation.
Jamaica,
different constitution, different
Jamaica,
from the one that come under the corporation.
Virgin, Jamaica is the UIC is going to a full republic, not like Barbados either. We're going all the way. You understand me? We're going all the way.
But now, Mark,
let me say this.
There cannot be a constitution
No, let me talk now, Virgin. What may I say? The constitution has to be changed. And first of all, we don't really recognize the Constitution is supposed to be a living document because what went on in 1962 is a farce. Okay.
Oh my God.
Because there are people that representing the colonizers' interests that put this thing on us. And we don't really subscribe to them things. So we have to change all of that. And based on how we have to craft it. Unless you want an armed conflict, it might have to be a referendum by the people of Jamaica that change everything.
But Mark.
From a legal standpoint.
I think you keep, and you know what is the problem here? We are on the said route. The application of our liberty is our intention. But some people don't want to work smart. They want to work hard. And we're simply saying to you, Mark, that at this appropriate time, it's embarrassing that the UIC don't have a constitution to present to the royals who are in the island. But we're open. But hold on. I haven't seen it yet. But the next question is, if this constitution is for the people, by the people, why don't the people know about it?
Because you know, read. If you read, You know, you still
Is
you say freedom.
Am I the one looking for leadership, or is it you?
Me not look for leadership, but me I lead myself already. What you talking about?
Mark.
Lead up.
All right, let me put it this way: is the UIC looking for lead? Hold on. No. Is the UIC looking to serve us, or they want us to serve them?
The UIC is making great strides and spending a lot of
Where is the
resources to serve the
Constitution? Where is the Constitution? Where's the Constitution?
It's in our manifesto. Our manifesto has the layout of our constitution and what we are asking for.
Has it been verified? Has this constitution been verified?
It has to be a draft constitution.
Thank you.
Presented to the people,
by the people,
and let
for
the people have it have to be in plain sight where everybody have access to that constitution to examine it in details before they really gonna make up their mind.
Yes.
And this constitution that you're talking about cannot come into effect until after.
Until we're in government, my brother.
Right. Not until you are in government. Until after you are in government, and then there is a referendum.
Oh my God.
And then the country become a republic which is free from the control of the Queen Empire, right? So then the constitution can come in after that. If the UIC even going in government, no, they cannot
do any
they
change.
cannot ratify any form of constitution under the same we call it the umbrella of the
Westminster
of the
government.
royals, of the Queen.
Yes. The crown. As a matter of fact, as we're saying, Mark, this is what we're telling our people, that if you're even on the street right now in some shape or form demonstrating against the Corporation of Jamaica, and in your back pocket there's a driver's license from the Corporation of Jamaica, or a birth paper, or a passport, you cannot contest your masters. Your masters have the last word. That is why the police. That is why the police have the authority, through your authorization of the corporation that you've given to the corporation, to assault you and take away your rights and give you some mere privileges.
Right, and them lock up L.A. Lewis too. So we all in the same boat.
But as I said to you, what L.A. Lewis have, he has rights, while you only have privileges.
Rights didn't get him out of jail, though. Let me tell you something, sir.
No, he come out of jail every single time.
Every time. For the maroon ID. For the maroon ID, too.
Because they can't hold him on trumped up charges. Them can't always lock him.
No, but whenever they assault him, whenever they assault him, he use this. And this is it now. The more they make we use these documents, the more invalid they become. We don't need there anymore. You don't understand what Martin Luther King did, you know. When they imprisoned Martin Luther King, they only make him more tangible. Because the more the corporation step on the nail, the harder we sink into your foot and give you this thing here. Yes, sir. You were saying so. Thank you, man.
Well, boss, we have a fight. We have a fight on our hands, because right now we're not even united in this forum.
Exactly. Why you say that? Why do you say that?
Because we're trying to get a consensus on how we move forward, and everybody's come with a whole bunch of ideas, and we're not addressing the real solution.
What? But
we're going on hearsay. We're going on hearsay, no. And what may possibly happen.
Mark.
We can't go by that. We have to go by tangible.
But Mark, we started this conversation this morning because what the emperor did last night at the gathering of the royals, to make sovereign meet with sovereign on behalf of sovereign people, a lot of people overstood what was happening. So they saw it as a laughing matter. I came here this morning with the intention for us to show the importance of where we are in this crucial way. We have been introducing the identification of indigenous people on a global scale way before this visit come. There's other things that is going to be unfold as we go along. For those who don't want to learn and waiting for the action, we don't run them. Because we all know that there's three types of people in this world. The people who was there when it happened, the people who hear what happened, and the people who make shit happen. thank God to the Emperor last night we make a lot of shit happen. So therefore today, I had a very good discussion. I look forward to fruits bearing from this because out of these reasoning is where we find ourselves latter part in the evening and the hours of the night to contest with ourselves. Are we thinking outside of the box? We do not need our people to be captured by the distraction that is going on. The powers that be have brought the grandchildren of the oppressors to the corporation called Jamaica. It is for us to sit by the guidelines of our ancestors who have a blood treaty with the grandparents of these grandchildren to make it known, whether it's in a closed room we have in the meeting or on public social network. I don't give a rat's ass. But when Kate go back to the UK, this will added into the documents that she's going to take back. That we totally have a different way forward. And if it resort to civil unrest in a physical form, I have no problem with it. But I'm trying to work through the diplomatical... Hold on. Yeah, but hold on. I'm trying to work through the diplomatical channel of presenting the Governor General with a request to have audience with the sovereign so we can move along. What you going to say, King?
Yeah, I was saying when Mark made that statement that we are not united in this conversation. We are, in a sense, but because we like the manifesto of the UIC, right? We like the whole thing. But what I'm saying, it sounds interesting and it sounds good, but it has to put to the people in a way in which they are not being promised something that you cannot deliver. You understand? And then because you have to make it clear to the people that after you basically get into power, after the UIC get into power, it has to be now then a referendum. And then after the referendum, right, then people can now decide if they want to leave the British Empire and make Jamaica become a republic. And then after that, then you can draft a constitution. But there be no, once you go in power, you cannot draft a constitution outside the protocol of the Queen Empire if you even go into power now, because you will be still under the jurisdiction.
But that's what I said, my brother. I said exactly what you're saying. I said once we get in there, we have a constitution that is in theory, okay, because it has to be ratified by the Jamaican people. You understand? Right. So, but we have to have an idea where we're going. We can't just go along so. We have to go in there with some sort of formula for success with our people. Okay.
Where's the draft constitution? Where is it? Where is it available where the people can go and examine it?
Oh Jesus! I have to call Joseph on that one.
Okay, let me say this to you, right? Okay, I was a vice president of the UIC. I'm no longer vice president. I'm strictly a supporter because I detest politics. I went on a campaign with Mr. Patterson in the election before, and trust me, I know something I want to do, brethren. All right, I'm an artist and I like to stay in my lane and contribute in any way I can artistically to achieve my objective. Now, we drafted a proposed constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It should be on the website. I will ask Mr. Patterson about it because I saw it. I was one of the framers of it. Okay, about it, but all the different rights that we should have as citizens. We have been labeled as libertarians, okay, by the media and other persons, and the reason we label us libertarians because of our high emphasis on individual freedoms. Okay, right. So looking on I will speak to Mr. Patterson later on and have that document possibly ready by tomorrow because he'll come, like I said, this is the Breakfast Club.
Yes,
we talk every day.
Yeah, man, I'm on tomorrow again, King.
So in other words, I will arrange that document for tomorrow for your preview.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said,
send it via my WhatsApp or send the link. I'll go and search for it. Or one thing with me, I have the Coromantee Secret Service.
We propose has to be validated by the people.
Yes.
Or at the inception of our movement, it was about people, real people power, brethren. We do not select our candidates for you. You select them yourself by the process that's in place.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like say, boy, we are cowed on nobody for do nothing, brethren. If we do not take advantage of this movement for change, we are going to go way back in the dungeons as it relates to our freedoms.
We're already in the dungeon. We're already in the dungeon.
Hold on.
We are going under the slab, my youth.
All right.
You understand that?
Yes.
We're in a good place right now. And let me tell you something now, right? And when I told you I don't like politics, when I became the VP now, I was there by default, I was there by default because there was nobody never did it.
Yeah, but Mark.
I mean, the man. I moved back to Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Having left there in 1979, right? Because I did not want to be a part of the system, especially after them going to Iraq and kill the man, and kill off 600,000 people. So, something? This Babylon system, I know for me. I'd rather have, when I'm talking about Jamaica, I have a hard time, I said to myself, Luther Vandross come out of that song, called I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with somebody else. That represents me, Mark Cameron. See? All right. I mean, all of my money, what me make, and go back to Jamaica and boom out and kill talk and do a kind of shit and I work my way through Babylon right now. So what I'm saying is that I'm not the typical person who's out there trying to eat the food off a government. As a matter of fact, if I were to be in the US government, I could not in good conscience take a paycheck because the paycheck that I'm getting is from borrowed money.
Yeah, but Mark, all respect due, the Westminster system turn a blind eye to criminality. And if the UNC is going to work with the Westminster portfolio, it will not work. I don't want to rebuttal on that. I have the Maroon office in Panama on the line. Grand Rising, what go on? Grand Rising?
You hear me?
Yeah, me I hear about it. How is how is Panama?
Hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear right now. How is Panama right now? Grand Rising.
I don't know if the signal is connecting properly.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you loud and clear, Council General.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
I'm hearing you, Council General. How is Panama today?
Greetings to all kings and queens on this call. I've been listening,
Yes.
Bless her, big sis.
We have.
Man, I've been listening all morning,
Yes, Panama. All of our 22 offices globally is in a high momentum because what happened with the assault on the emperor at the royal visit of the sovereign from the British Empire, it has gone global.
Yes.
It is gone. What is the office take on that? How are you all feeling over there? Because this is a straight assault from the Corporation of Jamaica on the Nyankopong emperor.
Hello?
Yes. I was asking how does the Panamanian office? What is some of the steps that's taking over there? Because now that we have highlighted ourselves, the government, the Corporation of Panama also know that we have an office over there. And, how is the momentum? Wow.
Call her again, Godites.
She's hearing you in delay, Godites.
Yeah, she's hearing a lot of delay. But that is our office over Panama. We have 22 offices. I don't know. I want to cut it. She just sent me a message because we have a lot of messages coming across. It says there is people in England that actually use their tax department to avoid paying the tax. We also seize buildings to house our people. As the Moors are saying, we will be enslaving within the next 25 years if we don't wake up right now. What is happening with the grandchildren of the British Empire is they are setting their legacy in place for a next generation. I have to cut it here, people, but I'll allow each one to give their closing sentiments before I do. Michelle, do you want to start or do you want to wait until the lions roar? What do you want to do?
We had a good talk today, as usual, but we want some results. I'm looking for results.
Yes.
I want to see results now. Something happening. And like what Mark said, we have to unite. we can't reunite right now. We're not.
Wow.
One person say one thing, another person say another thing, and we have to come together. We got to come together under one accord and just make it happen and something.
So we need to come to some resolve.
Yeah, we need to.
I think we're getting there. Anyone else? Michelle has said a very good point in our closing. I don't know if Neela Blaze, Strong Lion X, Neela Blaze, let's have your sentiments.
Yeah, definitely. I always have things to say, but again, just like I would agree, and thank you again for everyone. I would agree with Michelle again, and I'm sure everybody agree. I just actual work, seeing and put it together a step-by-step process so we can go forward. Seeing just we can cohesively get this thing done, right? And it's sovereignty and knowledge and true power. Seeing at the end of the day. Amen.
Sealer. Ex-Califorcal, Strong Lion, you are on the platform. You can
Yes, I. Yeah, man, give thanks for the opportunity today to be back on the box with everybody, sharing opinions and trying to, resolve the situation still. It needs to be resolved still because it's a darkness the people them under, because if they don't really know what's going on, it's just a darkness. You have to come to the light on this and, make the future better for us, man, because need to get our thing together, man, as a people, you have to. What I can do personally is get on my homework now. All the videos, I get some DVDs that I got from the brothers them over here, but share me about these things. I can go and revisit the stuff that I get from you guys. And, God, I'll be linking you personally to get some information. Daniel, you see him that way, because you ready and you ready in Florida too. Somebody up in America too seems that way. And I can do my homework. So as the more I come on the station, gradually I'll be coming in to educate myself more on what this is all about and what I need to be doing and try to see if I can activate this thing for myself and my family,
Yes.
Yeah, man. I give thanks.
Califorcal, I want Mark to close today,
Yeah, definitely. Even join the conversation a little bit, as I call it, late. But I like what's happening, and I have to bless up everybody we take part in this conversation at the time, because then we can now work out where we go from here and what needs to be done. With the UIC, I know there's a lot of people on board and like the whole thing that they're coming with and the whole manifesto for the future of individual rights and liberty. But this is what I have to say to the UIC. Make sure every card is on the table, because there's a lot of cards that go under the table before, and this is why we end up in the situation as a nation. You know what I mean? So every card has to be on the table. Everything has to be out there so the people can examine it and understand it and help to make it happen. You understand? So bless up everybody, guys. Bless up yourself. Bless up Fresh Radio Vibes. Bless up all the listeners from wherever you are in the world. Bless up on yourself. Mark, big up yourself. Mark, I like how you come out all the time and make sure you are full, because you love the people and you can feel your passion, brother. Yes. You can feel your passion. So
I agree.
Respect, man. Respect. Enough respect. Don't get one time here you say this shit and all them thing. No, don't get this up, because me respect you. And people are gonna challenge what you come with, because people don't wanna step in the same load of a mess where they stepping at before. You know what I mean? They want to step in on a good grounds at the moment. So people gonna really kind of always a double. We call it examine what go on. So, but keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Well, I appreciate that, my brother. Let me say this to you, right? In the absence of truth, democracy could never be realized. Injustice breeds activism. Okay? These are the fundamental reasons why we have people out there fighting for change, because of injustice. It is important for the UIC to craft a plan for the Jamaican people with the help of Jamaican people. We do not have all the answers, and I invite everybody that has ideas that can help our country to come on board. We are not gods, bro. We're just a regular man and sisters who are who see a problem and that is trying to rectify the problem. We also have a clause in our manifesto for recall. So if if a man come in and say, boy, I'm going to do this and him do something else, there's an automatic recall clause in our manifesto. So the man can't come in and play no tricks. We have learned through the years the games they play on the Jamaican people. So we have looked at all the angles of how to protect ourselves from persons who are saying things for the sake of getting elected. So if you look on the UIC Constitution, there is a recall clause in it, brethren. So if a man come on and lie, it means he has circumvented the democratic process. He's lied to get obtain your votes. Bait and switch, plain and simple. These are the games that con men and snake oil salesmen deal with. And we're not in that, brethren. We're just like you and everybody else. We want to protect our country. Can't I go to Jamaica and feel safe? Can't I go there and realize, say, boy, everybody on the level playing field and nobody come look for me like, say, boy, me get over, him not get over. We have been victimized through the judicial process. If a man thief 3 sheets of zinc, him go jail right away. Royal Reed, who was my headmaster at Jamaica College, thief millions of dollars, and he gets due process, which is bullshit. Due process is a sweet name me give you when them no want to lock up the man.
Can I say something before you finish? I hope that I don't see your manifesto, and I don't know, but what I'm saying, I hope that there is a universal credit system for the Jamaican people, because this can ease the crime situation in Jamaica. You understand? And that is what lots of government and states around the world use to ease the pressure.
But do you also know, right, that when the man are rump and down like Madans are roll about US dollar, you know, say if the item trade between themselves, brethren, the interest rate and all them shit, it don't affect us, bro. You understand? So we have to educate the Jamaican people to understand that we need to deal with ourselves, make Babylon system do what they want to do. We don't have to be in a Babylon system. I tell you right now, I'm a tree house. If me didn't know, me know before. It's a tree house, maybe I not spend $700,000 on a house. I'm saying we have to liberate ourselves by our mind. Our mind. Me not buy Gucci, brethren.
Well, tell you what, I have to drop it right there. I have a call coming in from Panama, but I cannot get her online. I want to take her, but I want to thank you all. Tomorrow the pot continues, because after tonight's meeting with the Royals, it's quite clear that the ground is going to break. For those who have eyes to see, let them see. We only can say to our people, believe in yourself. Trust the Almighty. Move with the spiritual ancestors. Don't worry. We have this power. Thank you so much, Michelle. Yeah. Thank you so much, Strong Lion. Thank you so much, Neela Blaze. And of course, Cali Furco. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. Have a great and productive day.
Love and light to everybody in the box. Rastafari.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about right there. Yes, I. We want to say big up to the massive who have it all logged in. Let me see. One last person. This person was calling in. I'm gonna give us 5 minutes. Yeah, blessings,
yes, Chief.
Blessings, man.
Yes, Chief. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. We had a bad connection. You know, the deputy high chief was trying to get through.
Yes. From Panama.
Yeah. But the connection a little better now.
Yes. I have to tomorrow. Can I have you on my program? We start from 10 till 2. You can chip in anytime. I think there's going to be great historical development tonight, because we are aiming for some form of audience with the Royal down there, so Sovereign can deal with Sovereign. But tomorrow we can elaborate more on it, my brother.
Yes. Big up Godites. Always Godites. You drop knowledge. I drop knowledge heavy.
Yes, I.
Much apprecited, Godites. Yeah, man. We're gonna get this thing.
Yes, man. We're on the right.
Aquarian.
Yes, I. Time
big
for
up.
Aquarius.
Yeah, man. Big up Godites. Bless up.
Thank you. That is our Panamanian office. This is how I'm going to leave you. I love you, my brothers. I love you, my sister. Most importantly, the Almighty God that created heaven and earth love you even more. If you cannot be good, be careful. Until such time, Jah guide.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station. Fresh Radio Vibes.
Kadamawi. Last year. You're not spelling.
Yo, Ibako City and Chalva, Addis Ababa. Yo, Armageddon.
I was born in a system that doesn't give a fuck about you, nor me, nor the life. I forget, keep my nose low, you never know, just in case things get. That's just the way I live. Yeah, that's me, yeah, as is. Don't go misbehaving, don't take it slight. Behave yourself when you're making it right. Don't be a victim of things I do to survive. Because I won't wishing you any good, you Babylonians. Disrespect coming out their mouth. Whoa, now you get me mad, I shove it down your throat. You know I bet Babylon, we ain't got nothing in common. I'm the son of Solomon, telling me lies ain't gon' get you nowhere. Now you turn aside to your idol God and see, now you gon' swear. Damn, you can chatter, but I seal my lips, can suffer you. When I get rich, you can touch them full, but not this. If you're this, then you're dead. Whoa, motherfucker, go ahead. Because while we're flying, the pump ya full of lead, yeah. That's the way I live, yeah. That's me as is.